Good evening and welcome to Rice Lake High School for a Middle Border Conference battle between the Rice Lake Warriors and the Baldwin Woodville Blackhawks. I am Jeremy Nygaard. This is Blackhawk TV, joined by our cameraman Zach Ambrose and Nick Pack. Nick, how are we doing this evening?
Wonderful. Welcome to Pug Lund Field. You always say where we're at. You forgot that today. We're at Pug Lund Field.
At Dairy State Bank Stadium.
Pug Lund Field.
Yeah, at Rice Lake High School. That's a lot of places to be at one time, Nick.
But we got to get them all. And, you know, we had some rain this morning. We might have some rain late tonight, but right now it's looking like some great football weather here. So
yeah,
looking forward to some great middle border action between the Rice Lake Warriors, their second year and last year in the middle border, and the Blackhawks from Baldwin Woodville.
Yeah, who's been in the middle border for pretty much ever, except for those couple years where we did something called the NFL. It was like the Northwest Football League, or the North whatever. There was 3 different divisions: the red, the white, and the blue. That only lasted for a couple years, and ever since we've been back in the middle border. So, fun fact for you: I looked this up before the game because it's actually going to be the Baldwin Woodville student section trivia question. Baldwin Woodville's all-time record against Rice Lake in football.
Do I got to guess, or?
I believe the options are 1-0.
I'm going to go no.
4-4.
Okay.
9-2, and 3-6. I think were the 4 choices.
I would go 3-6. That's my guess. I don't know. Obviously I know recent history. It's 1-0 from a great overtime thriller last year. But if I had to guess as a sports fan, I would guess it'd be 3-6. But that's just a random guess.
Yeah. So the actual record, and this might come as a surprise, is 9-2.
Okay.
The Blackhawks have beat Rice Lake in 1981, 1990, 1991, 1993, 1994, 1995, 1996, 1998, and 2022. Rice Lake only winning in 1992 and 1997.
I just thinking back to the Pottinger days, you know, back when he was a coach here, and then the thing about Rice Lake was always, you know, when they were in the middle border, they'd come out of the middle border with always, you know, like a 4-3 record, and it was like, oh, they're an average team, and then they go down to their Division III, and then they'd make a good state run because they're up against the D1 schools, and the competition they played all year long built them
in the Big Rivers. Is that what you said? The Big
Rivers?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a real thing, and I think the idea around this whole districting of 8-team groups is to get it so that it is such a way that you're playing the teams that you would then potentially play in the playoffs. And you know, I think, is Rice Lake going back to the Big Rivers? Is that
they are next year? This is
I knew this was the end, but I didn't know.
Second year, and this is the end of the end, and hopefully for the Blackhawks, they can send them out 2-0 victorious conference.
We did beat New Richmond in our last ever middle border game against them, and so this would be another opportunity to get that done. So the last 2 unbeaten teams through 2 conference weeks, we have 2 unbeaten teams in conference: Baldwin Woodville Blackhawks, the Rice Lake Warriors. Tell us a little bit about the Rice Lake Warriors.
I think they are going to be very physical. They are going to be very athletic. They're going to look to pound the ball, and they have a lot to say about the game last year. I think that they felt that they gave one away. There's games that you steal, there's games that you give away, and we were just talking with some fans here about, you know, it was just a fluke. Quarterback lines up underneath the center or the guard. Snap. I mean, they're going in for likely a touchdown to seal the deal.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen,
very exciting game. So I think they have a lot to prove. Where I think last year when it came to the middle border, they might have thought they're going to walk through the middle border, and end up with 2 conference losses, tied for second with these Blackhawks.
Right.
And now this year it's kind of okay. Now we're going to show that we are the team. We'll talk about their players later, but they do have a lot of good athletes. They got a lot of studs and the position players, and I look forward to a great physical game.
Right. And let's get one thing straight: if 2 teams tie for a place in the conference and one team beat the other team, It's not a tie, Nick.
It's
not a tie.
It was apparently. I guess I don't know. I'm not the conference commissioner. I'm not I don't make the rules. I just know everyone said they tied. So
yeah, we can call it what we want, but the reality is nobody's taking a tie on either side of that unless they don't really understand how things work. Anyway, we're going to have a good game here tonight. As you mentioned, these two teams faced off at King Field last year. It was an overtime thriller. But what was interesting, like you mentioned, was Rice Lake giving the game away with a bad center quarterback exchange. And so that really changed the trajectory of how the middle border was going to play out. And here we are 1 year later, looking for the winner to be the last undefeated team in the conference. Now, football is a little interesting in that the playoff field is set with all of your teams, your 256 teams. Is it 256 or 220, whatever it is? And then from there, your division cut lines happen. So 224 teams, and then your division cut lines happen. So right now, the projection would be that Rice Lake is a D3 team and that the rest of the middle border would be Division 4 teams, but you never really know how the cuts are going to be. But for all intents and purposes, we view Rice Lake as a division bigger than the rest of the middle border. The game here will kick off in about a dozen minutes. Right before we went live, the officials brought the captains together, and the Hawks won the toss, elected to defer. They will kick going right to left on your television tonight. One interesting thing, and I believe I've spied him now, and you can see him. Nope, you can't see him on the screen, but Gus Croning was playing a soccer game in St. Croix Falls about an hour and a half ago.
You had a charter flight?
I think it was a helicopter.
Okay.
I believe
okay.
it was a helicopter that he took from St. Croix Falls to Rice Lake to get him here in time. It also might have been a regular car or bus on Highway 8. I don't know for sure. But I was curious to see if he would be here and how in advance of kickoff he would be here. And he's
I'm guessing Coach Keeper might have got some intel that he would have made opening kickoff by deferring and kicking off. If he would have said, hey, you know what, he's a game time decision as in that, they might have received. But knowing he's here, we're going to kick off.
Yep.
And
I did not see him during the coin toss procedure. I looked around and like, geez, where's Gus? Gus Croning,
I didn't see Coach Kiefer either. Though. He was in the locker room on the webcam, and Gus has probably got his own TV cam following him. The helicopters, ESPN was bringing them in.
Dan had the lighted sticks. He was trying to get it to land on the building. But Gus, first year kicker for the Hawks, replacing Davis Paulson. Davis was instrumental in the victory against Rice Lake last year. Believe he missed a field goal to send that would have sealed the game, instead went into overtime, made some big kicks, and then had the game-ending interception at the goal line. Davis Paulson, former Blackhawk, being replaced now by Gus Croning, who has had, I would say, a little less success. Davis kicked for a little bit more, I believe. We did give Gus a shot at a 48, was it 48 or 49 officially last week? Came up a little bit short, but was 7 for 7 on extra points, so it's good to see. Was good to see Gus having that success. But I think the story of the Hawks thus far this season has been really Cal Smith and what he's done. Last year, a historic season from All-State honorable mention quarterback Mason Werner, and here we have Cal Smith 1 year later doing something equally as similar or potentially even more impressive.
Yeah, and like we talked last week in the broadcast is putting athletes in position to succeed. Last year Cal had a very good role as a fullback, as a receiver, made some passes, and it's just next athlete up. I mean, we saw that with our backup quarterback this year, if you want to call him a backup quarterback, Graydon Monacan, catches 2 touchdowns and throws a touchdown last week.
Right.
So it's finding athletes how they can best succeed. And I think that the biggest difference from last week to the prior week versus Somerset was our O-line gave Cal the time. And if you can give him the time, these receivers are weapons across the board. He's got multiple of them. We saw a Colin Fritz sighting last week. Not that we haven't seen him. We haven't seen him catch the ball.
Right.
He's taken on a much different role. Obviously, Gavin Sell, the junior, has taken on maybe Colin's role from last year. Gavin's got 17 catches, just under 400 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, 13 in his career so far, halfway through his junior season.
So I mean, it's a weapon like that. Like I said, if you're going to give Cal time, he's going to find someone. He's going to be alongside him. He's going to have probably Halldorf and Johansson rotating in at the halfback, fullback, what you want to call it. But he's got Fritz, he's got Monica, he's got Hush, he's got Vienendahl. A lot of weapons out there. Again, I think the line really gave him time last week, and if they can do that again this week, with the weather conditions the way they are, it's looking good for them.
Yeah, and defensively, as we move to the defensive side of the ball, Blackhawks ran a defense for really the whole time Coach Kiefer has been the head coach, and while Coach Curtis was the head coach. So we're talking a significant amount of time, 16, 17 years, and this year has made a switch to a little bit different defense. And I'm not going to give away too many trade secrets, but
that's because you don't know them.
Well, I mean, I knew the old defense a lot better because I coached in it. This defense is simpler. I think it's more player friendly, but what doesn't matter is the X's and O's don't really matter, and I've heard coaches say this. The X's and O's don't matter if my X's are better than your O's, right? And our defensive line through 3 games has put so much pressure on the opposing team's quarterbacks that I don't know how good our secondary is. We've picked passes off, we've knocked passes down, we haven't allowed a lot of completions, but so much of that has to do with the fact that we have guys just getting after it and getting to the quarterback. And I don't know how that's going to work tonight, because I have a feeling the Rice Lake offensive line is going to be the best we've seen to date.
And how many times have we on the broadcast said, oh, he had this person streaking, whether it might have been even Blackhawks, but what stopped it was pressure.
Right.
Up the middle, pressure off the edge. Pressure beats everything. And I think when you talk about the Blackhawk defense, if they need to be disciplined tonight. Historically, Rice Lake has run kind of the read option, has run the multiple variations of that. It's do your job.
Correct.
And if I'm fullback guy, if I'm halfback guy, if I'm quarterback guy, whatever I am, I do my job and know that someone else is going to do their job, and we're going to make a stop.
Right. Right, and that's the Somerset thing. You know, Somerset busting off a big play. That was a case of someone missing their own assignment.
Right.
And that's kind of always going to be something that you have to be disciplined. And that's not just on defense, that's offense. If you're the guy that pulls and you're not getting there, it's going to be magnified in a game like this, where one score might determine the winner and the loser, right? Last year's game, that one big play, and there were other big plays, but if that one play looks a little bit different, the result of that game's different. Now, last week against Ellsworth, I'm not going to say the Blackhawks played flawlessly, because I'm well aware that Coach Kiefer had a whole list of corrections that he had to show his guys, but there was no procedural penalties, which we've seen happen to Baldwin Woodville repeatedly.
Numerous times.
There was some holding on the perimeter, which if you get outside, if you get outside the breastplate and you're grabbing shoulder pads and a guy turns, you're going to get that to happen. We turned Ellsworth over, was it 4 or 5 times? I heard all about Paxton Concrete.
I don't remember. I got not sick of saying it, but it was said a lot.
It was 2 interceptions for sure.
I want to say it was 5 times. And that's, as when you look at the penalty wise, usually like the holdings and stuff like that, they're going to cancel each other out. You're going to have 2 or 3 against each team.
Right.
It's the offsides, the false starts, the mental mistakes that the coaches call it. That those are the ones that, I mean, they're only 5 yards, but those are the ones that they don't cancel each other out.
Right.
So and I think if either of these teams can play turnover free, that's going to be number one key.
Right.
Not giving a team a short field. There is a little light breeze maybe coming from our back, right to left a little bit. Not, and it's going to be drastic. But if you can get the field position game here, whether it's via a return game or a turnover, get a short field, play a huge factor. And going back to Gus Croning and looking through with sports again, just like was it last week or 2 weeks ago? Last week, I believe. Rice Lake is yet to try an extra point or field goal. So that comes down to, again, well, also kind of mental of, okay, do we go for 1? Do we go for 2? It kind of changes the strategy of Coach Kiefer.
Right.
But
so the other thing too, the view that we have, if you've watched our home games the last couple weeks, the view is a little bit different. Obviously, we are not on top of the press box here at Rice Lake. We are to the right of the press box, kind of in a trafficked area. So we're set up at about the 27, 28 yard line, so the view is going to be a little bit different. The angle will be nice, but that is why if you pick up a little more talking or interference, we're in a higher trafficked area. So looking forward to a good night. We're going to have the in-arena announcer here with national anthem and a starting lineup. So we'll be back with you here shortly.
Bank Stadium. This is a great big game tonight between two big middle border teams. We welcome the Baldwin-Woodville Blackhawks against our own Rice Lake Warriors. Rice Lake High School and Baldwin-Woodville remind you to support good sportsmanship. Please help foster the spirit of good sportsmanship by appreciating the efforts of the players, the coaches, and the officials in tonight's contest in a positive manner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your hats and place your hand over your heart. Current members of the armed services and veterans may render the military hand salute. Participating in the pregame ceremony this evening will be the Rice Lake Veterans Center Honor Guard. Honor Guard, thank you for your service tonight and your service to our country. Our national anthem tonight will be sung by all of our choir students, grades 6 through 12. They ask us to feel free to join them. They will be under the direction of Mrs. Susan Franco. And now, Honor Guard, post the colors.
All right. With that, done, I believe we will go
Now,
to
ladies
starting
and gentlemen,
lineups.
before we meet the starting lineups, we'd like to welcome Coach Dan Kiefer. Coach Dan Kiefer was a 1985 leader, a graduate of Rice Lake High School, leader on our football team. He was a leader on the runner-up silver ball team 1982 when Rice Lake went to state. He went on to play college football at Augustana and Sioux Falls.
I guarantee Dan's not.
No.
I'd say not appreciating this right now, but not
No.
wanting this right now.
Where's the statue?
Yeah.
1985 Rice Lake
Yeah.
grad, biology teacher at Baldwin Woodville, and I had the honor of teaching with his dad here. Let's give Dan Kiefer a nice warm welcome home.
And if anybody knew Dan from here, you gotta love Dan. There's not
and-
really
and-
any other.
yeah. That welcome home will last for another 5 minutes or
Yeah.
so.
Please welcome the visiting team, the Baldwin Woodville Blackhawks.
And as usual, the Blackhawks on the road will be announced as a team, led by, as I mentioned there, Coach Kiefer.
And of course, Dan Hill has his own history. A great player at St. Cloud State University, and now 17th year here at Rice Lake High School.
How many years
And
head coach, I
at
wonder?
this time, ladies and gentlemen,
For Dan?
Yeah.
would you please welcome
Hill.
the home team,
Coach Hill.
the
Oh, they
Rice
said
Lake
17th year.
17th year. He was a long-time D coordinator under Pottinger, I know. I would guess it's probably been about a dozen years though.
So you're
The
saying
officials
30
in
years
tonight's
on staff?
contest
No, they
are
said 17 years
Travis
here.
Lawrence,
Oh,
Jeff
so he's only
Prince,
been the
Rick
head coach for.
Prince,
I would
Mark
guess
Yolis,
about
Okay.
that. I don't. I'm
Corey
just
Yolis.
guessing. I know back eons ago when I was coaching that it was Pottinger and then Hill took over. So again, if you missed it earlier, the Blackhawks won the toss and elected to defer, and we'll kick right to left on your screen here. We have a 4-0 Blackhawk team, 2-0 in the conference after their 49-0 victory over Ellsworth last week. Week 1, they beat Somerset in a tightly contested game. And we have 3-1 Rice Lake, who beat Amory convincingly last week and gave St. Croix Central their only loss in week 1
Connor
of the
Grant and
conference.
Kelvin Kelsey
Their
back to
only
receive
loss
for the
does come
Rice
to
Lake
Menominee,
Warriors.
who
Baldwin
obviously, if you know
Woodville
anything
will
about
be
football, you
kicking
know
tonight.
Menominee is always good,
Always.
and they're 4-0 and ranked in I think it's D2 or I think they're D2.
Do they still have the playoff streak going? Did they
yes,
sneak in
yes, they
last
snuck
year?
in last year at 3-4. I don't know how many years it is, but back to Labuda days, yeah, it's a long time, probably before.
Which is extremely impressive.
Yes, especially when you talk. I mean,
Number
you talk
13
about in
kicking
Wisconsin
is
where you need to
August
have
Cronin
or
for the
500 or
Blackhawks.
better guarantees you the spot.
Right.
But we're underway here in Rice Lake.
We're
We're not
offsides.
underway here in Rice Lake.
Offsides.
So it just gives you 5 more yards to kick it into the end zone.
Yep. Now that Gus is warmed up,
Yeah. It's got a little. Is it jet lagged in if you ride a helicopter here, or what would it be?
you know, I've never ridden in a helicopter.
Car leg? I don't know.
I'd be more concerned that he's just tired from all the running that one does in a soccer match. And I don't know the score of that game. I apologize. I didn't
Someone
get
will
that.
text you shortly.
Yeah, I didn't get that heads up.
Is St. Croix Falls, you said?
I believe that was St. Croix Falls. All right, let's do a touchback from the
All right,
35 young
now
Gus.
we are underway here in Rice Lake. Kickoff's going to go back to about the 7-yard line. And
Durand with the football.
Oh,
right up the
boy.
middle, he's got a seam, and he's going to make this a 6-0 game to start off the game.
Oh,
Nope.
good job by Ryan.
He's
Dillon.
going to track him down. It's going to be about the 20. Down the 15. He stays
Oh,
on his feet, and he's going
he
to
did do
find
it.
the end zone. Opening kickoff finds Rice Lake. Like we said, that
85
I think it's Durant, I believe, but Connor Durant, number 18, takes it 90-some yards, and like I said, they want a little revenge from last year. It doesn't take long to strike, and we talk about a short field early, but there's nothing shorter than going for 2 right
Yeah,
away.
no kidding. 93 yards I have that at.
If Veendal had a good angle on him, could have bombed down about 20, he slipped that tackle and backed his way into the end zone. So the first play, if you will, for the Warriors is a point after try here. They are led by junior quarterback Jacob Kuntz.
It's going to be
up the middle though, and it's going to be stuffed. So, not really a play, but the Blackhawks do stop him on the 2-point try, and all of 17 seconds into the game, it's Rice Lake 6 and the Blackhawks nothing.
And I want to thank all our sponsors here: Blackhawk TV, Baldwin Greenhouse, Firehelm Langer, Nielsen's Foods, St. Croix Garage Door, Strikers Lanes and Sports Bar, Timmerman Realty, Wisconsin Credit Union, St. Croix Custom Apparel, Baldwin Lightstream, CW Garage Door Distribution, Fenner and Jewelers, Schaefer Financial Service, Blackhawk Garage Door, O'Connell Funeral Homes, A-Star Concrete, Culvers of Baldwin, Family Chiro Care, TMS Auto, Helverson Concrete Solutions, Whitecap Financial Advisors, Pete's Construction, American Family Insurance, Village Pharmacy, and OEM Fabricators. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Now, Nick, one thing we talked about last week when we saw a big lead was that Ellsworth hadn't really dealt with the adversity that they were seeing.
Right.
I'm fairly certain this is the only time we've been behind all year.
Okay.
And we've only been tied for a little while.
Right.
Throughout this.
But they've also had somewhere they thought they were comfortable, and they got the big run against them by Somerset. They have bounced back.
Right.
We talked about what we said before, where it wasn't the holding penalties, wasn't this penalty, wasn't that penalty. It's the 5-yard minimal penalty where instead of the kickoff going into the end zone and then starting on the 20 like it did.
Yep.
Suddenly we're back up 5 yards, and that 5 yards leads to 80 yards.
Yep.
For the Warriors.
Shorter
this
kick
kickoff, taken up to 15 by Hush. He'll get out across the 30. Well, the Blackhawks will start their opening possession trailing early, 6-0.
Gotta be careful when you step away from your spot. You got squeezed.
Second time I've lost my spot here in Rice Lake. Yeah, it's just the standing room. I was on the left side where you are, and I'm pretty sure I took his.
You took his spot.
His permanent spot.
Yep.
I took his spot here.
Yeah, but you just got swiped there. You just gotta displace.
Yeah.
I know the term.
Blackhawks. Hush is gonna be on the sweep. Going to try and get the edge, and he's going to pick up a few yards.
Smith's handoff over to
brought down by
Hush.
number 37. That was Lucas Peters.
Out there by number 1, Zach Orr.
And I'm curious to see. Last week we went run to try to establish the run.
Yep.
It wasn't super effective. The passing was quite effective. How many runs are we going to see to start this game before we finally say, you know what we do best is throw the ball?
Well, they got to set some stuff up, and it's not about this play, and it's going to be run up the middle here. Is it Johansson? Yes, it is. He's going to get out to about the 40-yard line. Bring up a third and very manageable. We're stopping the clock for some reason, but now we'll wind it up. There you go. A full yard to go here on third down for the Blackhawks, who, if you haven't seen the Blackhawks yet, they do go fast, so don't go quick. Johansson up the middle is going to have the first down. He's going to be just shy of the 45, so give him 4 more yards there on 3rd and 1. Blackhawks, like you said, how will they adjust to the adversity here? They come out with 3 straight runs and a first down. So.
And Zach Orr is matched up with Gavin Sell, top of the screen. That'll be a good match. Or Zach Orr.
Is Zach Orr an athlete?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say this is a really good athletic matchup there. He just comes making a tackle on that one.
Does make a tackle on Johansson as he's going to pick up about 4 yards though. Sell and Orr will not see each other in the winter time, and Sell will be wearing skates and Orr will be on the hardwood floors.
Yep.
Gonna bring up a 2nd and 7 for the
yeah, so Zach measures 5'10", 155 according to the game program. Gavin a little bit bigger than that, 6'3", 188. But I would say
the first pass, and he's going to have Gavin across the middle. And it's we got a flag coming down here on this side here. I'm not sure what this is going to be about, but the safety did read Smith's eyes there, and so the Blackhawks safely lands the ground. But
a defensive hold would be that area. Oh nope, it's going to be an illegal block on Graydon. He went down the field and blocked. And the pass went across the line of scrimmage, which makes that illegal. So I'm almost certain that's what we're going to see here. I don't understand why all the discussion. And the block actually happened before the ball was in the air, so you could maybe wave that off, but I don't think you will. I think you call it. Oh.
Yeah, there you go. So.
Okay. So that's exactly what happened. Graydon went down the field. He was going to block like it was a bubble, and you can't do that on a pass play. However, he stopped blocking, then the pass was thrown, and that's
Correct.
legal. Rules are different in high school.
Different on Friday night than Saturday and Sunday.
Absolutely.
So 3rd and 7, just on our own side of midfield. Here comes that ball screen to Monacan. He's going to try and get the edge. He's going to have the edge. He's going to have a first down. He's going to be inside the 40. Graydon Monacan had his standout performance last week. Like we said, receiving 2 touchdowns, and then later throwing one.
At the Rice Lake 38-yard line.
Does come in with 3 touchdowns receiving on the season.
I was fooled on that one.
Up the middle is Cal Smith. He's going to get inside the 35.
Cal Smith, the runner.
Good yardage on first down. Give him 5.
He picks up 5
2nd and 5, and the Blackhawks are marching.
Counter.
Going to be up the middle, Halldorf. Halldorf's going to get down close to the 30-yard line, bring up a 3rd and 1 with Johnson on the tackle.
Along with big bad number 79 for the Warriors.
Spot him just at the 30. Going to be about a 3rd and 2.
Pick up a
Open
3,
playbook here as you're too far for that Gus Cronin field goal. You're definitely not punting, so. Cal Smith going to take it. Going to quick pass out. That's Hush. He makes a move inside.
Nice
He's going
move.
to have a first down. Eventually brought down by Lucas Syrick.
Lucas Syrick on the stop.
Syrick maybe.
And that's one of those. That's one of those plays that it's a take what the defense gives you, and
first down for the Blackhawks to the 24-yard
they
line.
gave him enough that he can. It's really just a long handoff, right?
Yep.
Good for 6.
And it sets up a lot. You know, we see a lot of that the bubble screen fake into a wheel, and Cal Smith's gonna go over the middle, and can't find his favorite receiver himself. Goes through the hands of Brody Lammers.
Yeah, it feels like Cal made that first throw that should have been picked off and was dropped, and Cal's solution was, you know what? I'm just going to throw this one harder.
Throw harder, yeah. I gave you a lob and you couldn't catch it. Let's see you try and catch this one.
How about a pump fake to Gavin? Move the safety. You got other weapons. We've seen them.
Look, he got trips to the narrow side. He's going to come this way. He's going to try and get outside. That's not going to happen. That is Remington Wager. Will tackle Cal for a loss. -1 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 11 from about our 25-yard line here. Blackhawks opening possession in Rice Lake, who took the opening kickoff.
So here's my play guess. We're going to see these trips, and we're going to see Colton run an
Wheel.
edge. Yeah, run to the edge.
Like a pump fake to Gavin in the middle.
It's going to be Colin.
Pressure. He escapes it. He's got a little gap there. He makes a move. Be darn close to that first down, and depending on the spot, we're tough to see. But it looks like from here, he's down to about a 13 and a first down for the Blackhawks. We do have an injured Rice Lake Warrior on the ground, but they move the chain, so when we come back from the injury, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Blackhawks.
And this timeout gives me an opportunity to thank A-Star Concrete Pumping. Proud to be family owned and operated in Wisconsin. We pride ourselves on maintaining a high quality, unique fleet and very knowledgeable staff to complete all projects. From smaller residential projects to large scale commercial enterprises, A-Star Concrete Pumping has the equipment, staff, and experience to handle all of your concrete needs. Whether we're cooking the perfect butter burger to order or scooping up our freshest batch of the flavor of the day, we work hard to ensure you will always leave happy. We know you have a lot to do and many options to choose from, so we appreciate when you take the time to visit Culver's of Baldwin. Nielsen's Foods has been serving communities since 1903. We offer full-service caribou, coffee, bakery, deli, and meat departments. We pride ourselves with our award-winning Nielsen's Market Meats and our friendly staff. Nielsen's vision is to build a strong family of customers and employees by delivering superior service to our customers, offering employee growth opportunities, reinvesting in our stores, and serving in our communities.
Cal Smith's scramble leads to a first down for the Blackhawks.
So nice athletic play there by Smith as they kind of almost had him wrapped up in the backfield. He escaped 2 Warriors, and all of a sudden is like, whoa, let's go. Scrambles for 12-13 and 1st and 10. Blackhawks on the 13, looking to answer the opening kickoff by the Warriors. Cal's going to give it. Vienendahl cuts inside. Good yardage on first down. Get inside the 10, down to about the 9-yard line.
That running the jet into the boundary is always something that I have such a hard time with, because there's just not a lot of real estate, and there's people there.
We do it a lot, though. We tend to go to the boundary. I mean, like right now, again, we have trips to the boundary. We're going to motion this way, Vienendahl. He's going to fake it. Cal up middle. Cal might get there. He's not going to. He's going to be down. Looks to be just inside the 5, maybe just shy of the first down, which they can still pick up a first down. You almost want a 3rd and 1 here. If you're coaching, you know, they never want a first down, but you essentially got 6 plays to score here. If you can get it, Cal Smith's going to get hit in the backfield, and that's what I mean. Like there he not a great gain, but we'll pick up a first down as Brody Eggleston is in on the tackle.
That's going to be a first
so
and
instead
10
of being, you know,
for the
first and goal from the 4, you had third and 1 from the 4. You're able to pick up a yard or 2. Now you got 4 fresh downs from the 3. I say 4 because I do believe that if they're down around this area,
you got to
I
punch
think
it in.
Coach Kiefer's gonna.
Yeah, and this is where if they're trying to sneak a guy into the box, the bubble to Colton here in the bottom, it's here. Graydon makes 1 block. It's 1-on-1. It's a touchdown.
Halldorf is to Cal's right. Quick pass to Hush. And we do a flag on the play. Was Hush on the line of scrimmage? I'm guessing we are illegally set.
Number 20 with
the arms go up, but
touchdown,
usually this is
on
against the
3-yard
offense.
pass
And then
from
we
Cal
again talk
Smith,
about the mental
but there is a flag on the play.
mistakes, and it is a legal formation. So looking back, looks like just the opposite of what we're used to here. We have no receiver on the line of scrimmage.
Which is too bad, Nick, because that's exactly what I said was going to happen.
Which
And
actually, if the receiver on the right side was on, we had 7 on. And he is definitely not on. So
Graydon wasn't on.
the one, no, I'm saying we if Saul would have covered up the tight end, which I didn't. No, we had 2 receivers over here that were off.
Gotcha.
Obviously, Cal and Halldorf were off, and the receiver on the right was off. So we need to have 7 guys on the line of scrimmage. Back him up 5. Cal Smith's going to take it up the middle on the fake. Back inside the 5, just barely.
So 3 shots, 3 more shots at the end zone.
I would expect, you know, these next, if we have 2 more plays, 1 would be a run, 1 would be a pass, but which order they come, we don't know. And like you said before, is if they're going to give you this little bubble screen, right now you got 3-on-3 out here to the wide side.
Yep, and the easy call is throw Gavin a fade, but that's just not as likely.
It's going to be the easy call. Going to give to Hush on the speed sweep.
Done.
And Colton Hush is going to get around the edge to the narrow side. He goes in for a Blackhawk touchdown, and he'll tie it up at 6-6 with 5:33 to go here in the first quarter. Colton Hush in from 5 to the narrow side.
Yep, that's why Dan gets paid money to call plays, and I don't.
Well, and you know, and obviously, you know, there's the opposite side of that. As a defensive coach, you're thinking, well, the wide side's over here. You know, we got to protect all this area over here.
Right.
We snap it quick. We got an offside. He's not going to get back inside the, you know. So I don't. It's been so long. Again, I think, can we take this on the kickoff or not?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's 12. He's got to get inside the box, I believe.
The thing is, though, if you can go half the distance,
do you go for 2?
Go for 2 at 1.5 yards?
Not now, because of if our kicker was a 50-50 kicker, then absolutely. But right now you have the 7-6, so right now if Rice Lake were to go score and get the 2-point conversion, you're an extra point away from time.
Right. Yeah, and the whole idea of taking points off the board.
Never a good idea.
Yep. All right, I'm going to tell you about Firehelm Langer, the CPA firm with offices in Baldwin, Ellsworth, and River Falls. At Firehelm Langer, our clients are our top priority. We offer the skills and expertise of a large CPA firm combined with the personal attention and responsiveness of a smaller firm. When you partner with us, we take the time to get to know you, understand your goals, and build a lasting professional relationship. We invite you to turn to us at Firehelm Langer for bookkeeping services, payroll services, financial projections, tax preparation, tax planning, and all of your accounting and tax needs. The market is changing. Take advantage of our combined 30-plus years of experience to guide you through it. Call Don at 715-684-9541 or Andrew at 715-928-0410 of Timmerman Realtors for all your realty needs. So I was wrong. You took it on the kickoff, and now we get to kick it from the 45.
And likely again, so more than likely this is going to end up in the end zone. His original kick was going to be close. You'd really like to do that right now to counter what has happened. They had a kick return for touchdown, which is a play, don't get me wrong. But when you can answer that with a 70-yard drive of, I'm guessing, 12 plays maybe?
Yeah.
And now we put their offense out there, pin them back to the 20-yard line. He's going to bounce.
Oh, he's going to steal it right at the
line.
goal line.
Connor Duran with the ball
There we go.
Nice tackle this time. Brought down inside of the 20.
17-yard line.
I think that was Dawson Wiedendahl.
Looks like number 34.
Those are 34.
34?
No, something 4.
I thought it was 84.
Probably a Wiedendahl.
Probably a Wiedendahl, says the announcer. Probably a Wiedendahl. That's a good guess.
And because I believe it was. So they're going to start here. Is that the 18?
He said 17, but yeah, it looks about the 18-yard line. So the Rice Lake Warriors, trailing by a point, will have their first offensive possession, if you will. Again, led by junior quarterback Jacob Kuntz. It's up the middle.
Kuntz with the handoff to Peters.
Peters going to pick up about a yard or two.
Peters ahead
met
for
by
a
that
couple
interior
yards
line.
there.
It's tough to miss that interior line. Noah Sauer and
Sauer and
Ben
Peavy
Peavy
in the
there.
middle with the stop. It'll be a 2nd and 8 for the
It's
Warriors.
tough to get around them. They make their share of tackles, and not only share of tackles, but they eat up the linemen to free up Jackson Johansson, the leading tackler for the Blackhawks. 2nd and 8. Rice Lake Warriors trailing by 1. Gonna have motion. Gonna be a keep this time.
Blitz came from the wrong side.
Out to the 25-yard line. It's gonna be quarterback
Jake
Jacob
Kuntz with
Kuntz.
the keeper. He's tackled by number 25.
As far as
Looks like
season
Tatum
stats for
Haldorf
Kuntz, he's
there.
rushed for now over 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. Is their leading rusher.
And it'll be 3rd and 3 for the Warriors.
692 yards through the air with 6 touchdowns. Also very good stats for a high school quarterback. 3rd and short for the Warriors.
It's going to be
Roll-
a pass.
roll
Oh,
out.
he's going to run it.
Nicely blown up by Gavin Sell. Blown up in the backfield.
And a great play by number
Takes
3.
out the
That's
backer. It's
Gavin
kind of almost
Sell
3-on-1 there. Gavin says, I'll
Stopping
split you two,
Kuntz
knock you over, and
for
I'll
a
make the
yard
tackle.
loss on the play.
It's a
It'll be
loss
a
of
4th
1
and
for
3
Kuntz,
for the Rice
and
Lake
the
Warriors.
first offensive possession for the Warriors is going to end up in a punt attempt.
Yeah, Gavin's been phenomenal offensively, but last week defensively he was also really good. And that was a really big play by the junior.
He's also really good at another thing, which we might see here, as he is a very dangerous punt returner. The punt does go off. He does make the fair catch at about the 45-yard line, where the Blackhawks will have their second possession, leading 7-6 with 3:33 to go in the first quarter.
Strikers Lanes and Sports Bar at 780 Cedar Street in Baldwin offers something for everyone. If you're interested in the competition and camaraderie of a team, come join one of the bowling leagues offering men, women, couples, seniors, and youth leagues that run from September through April. Reserve an open bowling time from family, friends, work, or birthday parties. When you get hungry or thirsty from all the bowling fun or while watching the big games on the mini big screen TV, Striker Sports Bar is sure to satisfy. Check out our menu and weekly food and drink specials at strikerslanes.com.
Blackhawks' second possession, we talk about field position again. 45 is a very good starting field position. Cal's going to have trips to his right. Takes the snap, he's going to drop back. He's going to run up the middle. Makes one guy miss. Runs
puts his
kind
shoulder
of
down.
through a guy down to the
Smith
Warrior
pressured in the
45.
backfield,
Might be
sneaks
just
away
shy of the
again,
first down, but
and rushes all
great
the way
yards
down
on first down. Going to be
for
second
about
and
a
very
9 to
short,
10
which is
yard
almost
gain.
the offensive coordinator's dream yardage.
Lucas Peters finally tackles him. It'll be third
I got a
and
friend that would say
second
this is
short.
where you flea flicker. Well, he wants to flea flicker on every down, but
Soccer won 7-3.
okay.
And no, Gus didn't really fly into the helicopter.
A little quick pass out. Wiedendahl going to be right at that first down marker. He's wrapped up. I think Zach
Lucas
Orr on the
Sarek
tackle.
back in there on the tackle.
He got the first down, though.
Let's be close. And
Evan
they're kind of
Strand
pointing
over there
across,
helping
and
out.
it will be a Blackhawk first down to the Warrior 45.
That looked like
So
Ryan
again, numbers game. They got
there. He did get
3
enough
over
for
there
first
and
down. It'll be
2.
first and 10 for the Blackhawks at the Warrior 45.
It was number 7, Evan Strand, that kind of stood him up and kind of finished him off. Viendal can be in motion. Fake to him.
Graydon. Oh.
Nope, it's going to be quick. Oh, nice get the hand on the pass out to intended for Viendal.
Ball's batted down.
Did have Monacan streaking across the middle,
Looked like,
right around that
Lucas
soccer
Sirik or maybe,
blue
Triton
line there.
Moyen.
I don't know what that's called. Strike line or
What line are we talking about?
kind of comes.
There's the center circle.
Yeah, at the circle there. No, not at about the 10.
Oh, like the penalty
the arc
box.
there, the arc there, not the line itself.
I don't know what they call that. The top of the circle. The box.
It's not the jump circle.
I don't think that either.
2nd and 10, Blackhawks. Cal Smith's going to fake, go up the middle. He's going to hit right at the line of scrimmage. That is number 6, Easton Stone. He is the leading tackler for the Warriors.
Yeah, if I was playing and I carried the ball, one of the things I would try not to do is run towards Easton Stone.
He's a dude, I hear.
Yeah, capital, all caps.
So we close in on 2 minutes here in the first quarter. 3rd and just over 10 for the Blackhawks from the Warrior 45. Hush is going to be in motion. Cal up the middle.
Kept it.
He's going to pick up a yard or so, and now here, just inside the 45, Coach Nygaard, are you pinning him deep, or are you going to trust your senior quarterback that's had a great year right now? And
yeah, I'd punt. I would punt because
I wouldn't have minded coming out there on an offensive set and trying to draw an offsides.
Yeah.
But you need 2 offsides for a first down.
Right. Yeah, and if you can, what Gus has done really well is pin the ball, pin teams deep. If he can just get some air into this and make them fair catch it.
Anything inside the 20 here is golden.
Ooh, low. That's not what I would do. Oh, he's going to field it at
field
the
it
3.
about the 3. He's got a little room, though. And he slips down just inside the 20, though. So the Warriors will start their 2nd straight possession inside the 20, trailing 7-6 with 1:03 to go here in the first quarter.
So I'm going to just write some things down here quick. And then tell you about St. Croix Garage Doors, who provides Western Wisconsin with top quality garage door sales, service, and installation. Proudly serving Baldwin, Woodville, Hudson, Richmond, River Falls, Stillwater, Menominee, and surrounding areas. Give Brian a call today at 715-781-8989 for a quote, install, or service.
Brody Lammers had Gavin Saul flying down at him, so yeah, not a bad idea to slip and go down there. You never know. So Jacob Kuntz in their 2nd offensive possession. Gonna keep it.
Oh.
You know, there it is. That's Colin Fritz this time, though. We talk about he's just every time finding that quarterback in the backfield. Little kind of delayed play action off of a counter action, and the quarterback is trying to spin and come back this way and turns around, and there's Colin Fritz waiting for you. You're not escaping that.
No. No, and Colin last year, I mean, I think Colin kind of lived in the shadows of Eli on the other end because Eli did a lot of really, really good things. Colin's doing those things this year, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. Colin was good last year, don't get me wrong, but
little toss out here.
There he is again, trying to get the ball out.
Backfield, spins, and just a herd of Blackhawks there to bring them down Durand inside of their own 15. And John Durand is going to be brought down for loss.
A yard on the play. The Warriors now have a 3rd
and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. The opening kickoff brought back over about 95 yards for Rice Lake. Put them up 6-0. Answered by a 70-yard drive by the Blackhawks, ending up in a Colton Hush rushing touchdown. And here we are, 7-6 Blackhawks.
Since 1935, Baldwin Greenhouse has been serving Baldwin and the surrounding area by offering the freshest flowers, plants, and gifts for any occasion. Some of the flowers and many of the plants are grown right on site. They'd love to help with anything you need. Give them a call at 715-684-2104 or visit online at baldwingreenhouse.com. Members of Wisconsin Credit Union can access account information and take care of most everyday banking needs via Wisconsin Online, the mobile app, and text banking. Immediate access to your Wisconsin accounts is also available 24 hours a day via touchtone phone. Visit them at wisconsincu.org to learn more. So 1 quarter in, 7-6. Time of possession been dominated by the Blackhawks. Part of that is obviously due to the kick return there to start the game. Rice Lake so far, they've ran 5 offensive plays for a total of 3 yards.
Okay, I was going to ask if it was negative, but.
And the Hawks have thrown 6 times and ran 16 rushing plays. So they have 57, 64, 86 total yards. So 86 to 3. But obviously the 93 yard, I think, is what I had for that kickoff return. Keeps this game close to equal.
So 3rd and about 15 for Rice Lake as we start the second quarter. Beautiful night for some football here, and junior quarterback gonna have a stacked eye. They're gonna run up the middle, and he is met right away. I believe that is not sour, so that's gonna be Ben Peavy, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and Andrew Thompson was a part of that.
It's when you see it go up the middle, he's looking for the double fives. If it's not double fives, it's probably 59 that's making a tackle. So you got that one arm on him. Might not get credit for the tackle, but definitely slowed him up, and the rest of the Blackhawks were there to bring him down and force a 4th and 10 and another punt situation for the Warriors. Good snap. Low kick is going to bounce up right up to Gavin outside the 40. We got
a
see
hold.
A long throw here.
Kuntz's kick taken by Sal. He runs it all the way back
to the
23-yard line.
This line judge over here could have used a cutoff man there when he's throwing that flag. That thing.
So we got a hold or block in the back. Oh, yeah, we got a block in the back. I believe that was on
number 2. That would be Colin Fritz.
Was that? I thought it was 21. It's 21.
No.
Yep.
Was it?
Yep.
Oh yeah. 21. I saw the 2 right away. Sorry.
Yep.
It was on Garrett Nelson.
Yep. He just.
Back.
As far as obvious goes, I mean that was pretty obvious.
Blatant. Yeah.
Was that a microphone on the ref?
Yeah.
That voice sounded really good. I was wondering who that was. I've not heard that in a high school game yet.
I feel like they had it at lacrosse.
I know they have them to communicate with each other, but wow.
Yeah, no, that
sounded really good.
You know exactly what happens. Yeah. And the player too. I didn't know that in high school you read the number, but
I was just in awe of the voice.
I don't know who is it. You know.
Yes, I do.
Talking about
plenty of time there for Colin. Can't find over.
Wow.
Instead he'll run one person over, making another guy miss. Finally brought down number 55 is going to get credit for the tackle there. That's Devin Neindorf.
So I think the question's not if we're going to be able to protect Cal. I think Rice Lake is really good in coverage.
Yeah. So, but he's also said, hey, I can run too, and picks up 10 yards there and inside Warrior territory. Quick pass here. He's going to have right down the middle. Here's Colin Fritz. He's going to have another first down to about the 30. He does momentarily lose the ball. I think he was brought down by Zach Orr right away.
Zach Orr on the tackle. Number 2,
so
that's Colin
credit them with
Fritz
about 16 yards there.
From Smith.
1st and 10 from the 30. So despite the penalty on the punt return, the Blackhawks back-to-back plays pick up first downs. And they're 1st and 10 inside Warrior territory.
And here we only have 2 on the perimeter, so I wouldn't be shocked at a bubble.
There's a quick pass to Monacan. Makes the first guy miss. Almost makes the second guy miss. Zach Orr does not miss the tackle. Going to credit him with 3.
Monacan with the catch.
Does Zach Orr miss more tackles or more free throws?
Free throws. Well.
Really?
Now that I think
I did
about
see
that
Coach
one.
Orr before the game. I'll have to ask him on that one. 2nd and 6 for the Blackhawks. Pump fake, going to come this way.
Wow.
Got an edge.
A lot of movement there by the O-line.
It's kind of a wall.
Easton Stone.
He ran behind that, the right side of the line for the Blackhawks. Did a great job. The pump fake might have helped. Cal Smith finds himself inside the 20. Hurry up, Rice Lake. Hurry up. And nope, Coach Hill says, I'm going to take a timeout right now. We've need to give our D a little break here. They've kind of marched down 3 straight first downs, and let's gather up and try and come up with a big stop.
Yeah, so I mean, after the long kickoff return, a good response by the Hawks. obviously exchange punts there on the second possession, but moving the ball now a little bit more through the air. 2 completions here.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I'd say outside of that opening kickoff, I mean, you can't really count that, but the field position again. You know, we started at 30, marched and scored. They were inside the 20, had to punt. We started at I believe the 45 then,
yeah.
and they failed to get on their first down. Punted. The penalty draw is back a little bit, but not bad field position. When you can start that plus 30 or so yards to start a drive, that's a huge difference when you're trying to sustain a drive.
Right. And what you're seeing is Cal kind of has the option to do what he thinks is best. So when he looks over and he sees trips, and he sees right now one guy, but they're bringing a second guy over, he's got the option due to the time, space, leverage. He can throw that bubble to Colton right here, and it's guy with the ball, and it's 2-on-2 in front of him.
It's the numbers, yeah, 3-on-2 right now. And it's over the middle. It's going to be Hush. Hush is going to find his way into the end zone the second time. This one through the air from Cal Smith. 20 yards. Colton Hush the second time. And the Blackhawks are up 13-6.
And that's what you see. I mean, how are 2 guys going to cover 3?
And not only that, but then you see that, and maybe Rice likes countering with running guys over. Well, what happens on 2 previous plays? You stand up, you fake that bubble screen, and Cal Smith runs this way behind a wall of blockers. Their momentum's taking them that way.
Right.
Gus Croning, as usual, puts the extra point through, and the Blackhawks lead 14-6.
Yeah, I got through all the ads. So if you'd like to advertise on Blackhawk TV, blackhawk-tv.com. There's a link at the top, form to fill out, email it to me or get it to me. We'd love to help promote businesses in the community. Nick, you want to make a plug for officiating?
Yeah, I can. As far as not only officiating, but some sportsmanship, we talked about real quick now. There was an incident recently in a sporting event where an official was actually assaulted. We don't normally deal with that in this part of the state. Don't really want to talk about that per se, but we want to talk about how we can prevent that.
Right.
We're not going to talk about that instance. It's as a father of a kid that's playing sports, how can I be better? How can you be better? And when you're in the stands, I mean, ultimately we're there for these kids. It's these kids' game, and the stats are there. It's a 0.02% chance your kid's gonna be a professional athlete.
If
the high school level.
Yeah.
It's 0.02. I looked it up.
Okay.
And another stat, there's 50,000 officials since 2019, according to the NFHS, that have stopped officiating since 2019. 50,000.
That's a lot.
Now, there are other reasons, but I know one of the main reasons is the abuse they take from fans, from players. It's not okay.
Right.
And it might not be you, but it might be the person next to you. And just stand up and say, hey, we don't need this. The kids don't need that. I had an unfortunate circumstance a couple of years ago where I had to throw a fan out. I had no clue who yelled what they yelled.
Right.
But we could all tell when we looked at the bench, every coach and every player was looking up in the stands except for one kid. His hands were down between his knees. It was his parent.
Yep.
You know, you're embarrassing your kid by doing that. So my challenge to you as a fan is be a fan. Be better, not only for yourself, but for the person next to you, too. These people are not out here making a lot of money. It's a Friday night right now. You got 5 people wearing stripes across the state. What is there, 190 football games, 200 football games in Wisconsin right now?
Yeah, I mean, at least that, yeah.
So you multiply that times 5, and a lot of them have husbands and wives and different sports. They're leaving at home.
Kids playing somewhere else.
Kids they're missing. You know, I miss a lot of my kids' games because I'm going to officiate, but they do this for the kids, and they're not professionals. They're not the ones you see on Saturday and Sunday, and that to me is what's ruining officiating is you see the Saturday and Sunday. Well, they're also making $1 million. They're also, you know, it's their full-time job. Ooh. So that's my challenge to you as a parent, as a spectator. Just be better. They try. You know, everyone in the stadium here, except for 5 people, has pretty much a rooting interest in who wins this game.
Right.
Those 5 don't. they don't care. They're out here to hopefully go home to husbands, wives, kids, and collect their very minimal money that they're going to spend on gas to get here.
Right, for sure. So first completion there for Rice Lake. Kuntz to Orr.
Going to
Quarterback.
keep it this time. Going to fake pitch. Cuts up inside.
Coons the ball
So
carrier.
Coons was going to give them their second straight first down inside the Blackhawk 30, and the Warriors looking to answer.
13-yard pickup.
So the thing on that one is, you know, what's your assignment, what's your job, and their whoever the quarterback guy was didn't show up.
Wasn't there.
And
sometimes it's a good read too.
Yep.
I mean, sometimes the quarterback read the first play, pulled it out of the fullback, fullback.
but now what happens is the guy that was the pitch guy now starts to the doubts
have
like,
to stay
do
pitch person.
should I go get the quarterback?
Yep. Because next time we're gonna have two people tackling the quarterback, and the halfback's gonna walk in the end zone. Up the middle this time. And it's going to be Easton Stone for 6 yards, or number 6, Easton Stone.
8 yards. He's finally taken
So unlike their
down
first
by
two
Colin Fritz
offensive
and a number
possessions, the
of other
Warriors here
Blackhawks.
putting together a nice little drive,
Second and
try and
2
answer
for the
back to the
Warriors.
Blackhawks. Find themselves inside the 20-yard line now, second and short.
Yeah, and the field position thing, we tried to avoid kicking it to their to the guy that returned the touchdown. We squib kick it, and they're across midfield on the next play, and now in the red zone.
Kuntz going to give up the middle of the Stone. He's hitting the backfield. I don't think he's going to have the first down, but
So have we seen Peters since the
Number-
first?
number 37.
In
Yeah.
there, that's Noah Sauer. They did pick
Lucas
up
Peters, a
yard
junior
on the play.
halfback,
It'll be
is-
He's on the
third and
sideline.
one
He
for
was
the
their
Warriors.
main ball carrier last year, right?
He's got 223 yards and a touchdown this year. He's also got 33 tackles on defense as well. 37.
I thought he was more involved. Maybe I'm wrong. I just thought he was more involved offensively.
And again, they're going to say the same thing about
Oh,
Colin
wow.
Fritz. Is you look at Colin Fritz's stats from last
Jake
year, like
Coons at the
where's he at
quarterback sneak.
offensively? Well, he's now 100% our defensive guy, and he's going to play a different role offensively.
Taking
So
Haldorf in there on the stop with a little help.
a little sneak there by
And that's
quarterback
gonna bring
Kuntz,
up a
and first down
10,
Warriors
Rice Lake.
at the 15. Closing in on the midway point of the second quarter. Battle for first place, all alone here in the middle border. Zach Orr wide one-on-one, and so we had that earlier
So-
again, so that's the second time this possession now we've given him 5 free yards
But
again.
the quarterback is the way the quarterback handles this is he gets under center and then he steps back. That's almost simulating a snap to me.
You're stepping back, or are you submitting a stamp, or are you talking to your receiver?
He stand. There's a little deception there.
No, not that
First
one.
and 5
If you
now
want to
for
call
the
that on the
Warriors.
quarterback, I just watched it in replay.
I did too.
Okay. We'll agree to disagree on that one. He can stand up. Up the middle, Stone, I believe.
He falls forward almost into the end zone.
Easton Stone, rumbling,
Almost
stumbling.
into the end zone.
Finally taken down by
Cal
Cal
Smith's gonna be on the
Smith
tackle.
all the way down to the goal line.
Inside the
It's gonna bring
5,
up a
down to
first
the
and
1. First and goal
for
from
the
the
Rice
1
Lake
for Easton
Warriors.
Stone and the Rice Lake Warriors. So yeah, but back to what we're saying is you can't simulate a snap. You can move,
Correct.
and that's a fine line of head bobbing or you simulate a snap.
Right.
I didn't see it in there at all, but maybe a toss.
Toss.
He's going to have the edge. He's going to walk into the end zone. That's going to be Calvin Kelsey, senior halfback. Goes in from 1 yard out, and the Rice Lake Warriors are a 2-point conversion away from tying it up here in Rice Lake.
Kelsey with the 1 yard touchdown run, and that's going to bring up a
You don't see that often when you're
2-point
first and
try
goal on
for
the
the
one, a
Warriors
toss,
from
and
the 3-yard line.
definitely worked. Got the edge.
Especially when you've been just going up the middle and getting 8 or 9 yards a pop.
Yep. So
I expect to
Kuntz
see
has
that.
Stone running up right behind him. He's going to fake. He's going to roll out. He's going to try and throw it in. And he's not going to have it. I thought he could have maybe got that edge and
Ran
went
it.
in. Obviously, he's got a lot better view than
Kuntz's
I do down
pass
here.
is incomplete.
unfortunately for the Warriors, it falls
And that
incomplete,
leaves the score
and
at
they will still trail 14 to 12
the 6:19
to the
mark.
Blackhawks
And-
here
and-
with 6:19 to go.
And not getting that, obviously, I mean, you're going for the tie, but we're gonna in the event that we score a touchdown and kick an extra point, it's now a two-possession
game.
game.
Right. That's just it. Or if in the event that you miss an extra point, you're already up the 2-point
Points,
conversion.
right.
So it's and that's again the huge advantage that we've had the last couple of years and in years past of having a solid kicker, or at least a kicker. The last couple of weeks we talked about teams that don't even have the ability to snap, put it on a tee, and put it through the uprights if needed.
Right.
So.
Yeah, game as advertised so far.
And important to note as we get halfway through the second quarter here, the Blackhawks did defer, so likely will receive the second half kickoff. I don't know why you would do anything different, but that's where the drives the Blackhawks have had tonight versus the drives the previous 4 weeks. Don't get me wrong, they've had some sustained drives, but they have yet to have that quick, big play.
Correct.
Which usually comes from junior number 3,
Right.
Gavin Sell, but they've also shown, hey, we can march down the field.
Stone to kick it off.
A little pooch kick to the side here, and
boy.
this is almost an onside kick, but it does go out of bounds.
Ball goes out of
So
bounds.
it's going to go 25 yards from the kickoff.
You know, I love that call by Rice Lake.
Yeah, you saw the coach down here get upset because it took that hop, and if it hops up in the air, there's a pretty good chance Rice Lake jumps on that. That's a free kick. So we talk about the onside kick. That's an onside kick right there.
Right,
And it's a live ball.
And the ball goes out of bounds. He's not ticked off that the ball goes out of bounds because the ball went out of bounds at what, the 30?
Right.
And they get the ball to 35?
Right. He's upset because that was a perfectly drawn up.
Correct.
They had that one in their back pocket, and it just a yard or two too far. Otherwise, that could easily be Rice Lake ball. Speed sweep at Vienendahl. Try and get the edge. And
Hold.
it's another block in the back.
Block and back or hold?
I saw the edge. It looked like it could have been a hold, and then I think it was Monica could have maybe got a block in the back. But
Hold on number 5.
Vienendahl picked up a pretty good gainer on the play.
So we've seen majority of the penalties here go against the Blackhawks, but they've all been there, and
That's their 5th penalty tonight.
their second holding, the first on the offense. And
6th penalty.
I said how they had more than that. They've had,
Holding on the Blackhawks.
and they had the one that
And that's going to
was
bring up a first and
they threw the
20
flag
now
and they
from
waved
the
off. So
25-yard line.
first and 20 for the Blackhawks from the 25.
Which one was waved off?
They threw the one.
Oh, yeah,
They-
yeah.
It wasn't a penalty. It could. I mean, it was close to being one, but timing wise, ended up not being one.
Ooh, not offsides,
They
huh?
timed that pretty good, and the low throw had Monacan come across on a quick slant.
Cal Smith's
Smith,
pass is incomplete.
the errant pass there, and
Yeah, they were
Bring up
coming
a
off the
second and
edge.
20.
they timed it really well over here on offensive right side.
And
But-
our view wasn't great. I mean, our view at home, we would have been able to see that perfect.
Right. The thing about that is if he catches that, you get the 2 blitzers from this side. I mean, who's out here to make that stop if he can cross?
Yep.
Vienendahl's going to come in motion, and that's where they come back with that hard clap. We have trips to his left. Johansson flips over to his right. 2nd and 20. Bubble screen, and it's going to go through the hands.
Pass
I
is
believe that's-
incomplete.
is that
Calvin
Fritz?
Kelsey
Oh,
all
that's
over
Monacan.
it. Pass was intended
Now
for Braden
it's very
Monacan.
dangerous here. You got 3rd
That's
and
going to bring up a 3rd and 20 for the
20
Blackhawks.
for the
from their
Blackhawks.
25-yard line.
What do we got here? We got Central 21, Prescott 7 with 1:45 left in quarter number 2.
okay. Is that in Prescott or in Central?
I'm not sure.
Okay. We got those two going. We got, I believe it's Ellsworth and Somerset, correct?
I'm not positive.
Cal
about
Smith
that.
unable to keep his feet, does make one guy miss and does pick up 10 big yards back. But the Warriors,
3,
with a little help from the
tripped
penalty,
up the quarterback. That's Remy
will
Wager
force the
in on
Blackhawks
tackle.
to punt.
along with another Warrior.
Yeah, couldn't have scripted that one much better for Rice Lake. You get the touchdown to get within 2 and now get the ball back with 5.5 minutes left.
And a long sustained touchdown where they punched it down your throat and kind of beat you up a little bit and said, hey, we're here. Greendahl unable to make the opening tackle. Next couple guys missed it. Cal Smith going to bring him down. Lambert
with a nice return.
At about the 42-yard line, so field position flips completely again.
But Lammers brings it up to the 42-yard line.
And it's going to be first and 10 for the Warriors from the 42-yard line.
The Central game is at Prescott.
Okay. I just received a text as well, and
you saw that?
Appreciate that.
Yep.
From I'll call him a reliable source.
That's fair.
We heard on the way up here from Carl that the volleyball team lost a tough one last night to that Prescott team, who is very, very good. Yep. Up the middle, Stone got that momentum.
Stone, the ball
gonna have about 5 yards.
And is there any reason to not do that? I mean, if you're gonna get 5 or 6 yards a pop.
3 yards, it'll be second and 7 for the
and all of that, but it wears you down. You know, when those long drives, who's it wearing down? It's wearing our D-line. Well, our D-line is also 2 of our offensive linemen.
3 of
Well, I mean, the interior. When
right.
it's Stone coming down, it's Sauer and Peavy. So, motion. They come this way on the counter.
Second guy.
And there it is, Sauer on the tackle. He's spun off.
Dylan Veenendahl.
Dylan Veenendahl that.
Punish the ball
I don't know if he really hit him or not. They were kind of ran into each other, but spun him into Peavy. So third and about long 5.
For the Warriors.
Just inside of midfield. 2-point Blackhawk lead. Very entertaining first half, as predicted. And beautiful night. Hopefully the weather holds off. And
the weather needs to hold off because we didn't put the tent up, Nick.
I will blame you. Pass, play action.
There it is.
Over the middle. And it's going to fall incomplete just outside of Orr. Hush, who does have both touchdowns.
And now this is an interesting decision. You got to punt, right?
With 3:44 to go and your defense is showing you're not going to big play, I punt. We talk about field position. As much as you want to trust it, that you can pick up 6 yards. That's a long ways to go.
Yeah.
Less 3 or less, absolutely. That doesn't mean you can't run your little fake here, but good snap, and doesn't mean you can't run your fake here. He's going to throw it, though.
And they did it.
Duran.
With the pass to Remy Wager. Duran
complete. So just when you say, hey, they're going to punt.
Up first and 10, Rice Lake.
That's tough because they have number 31, who is a lineman there, is about 6 yards downfield. But on the punt, he's a lineman, and he's an ineligible.
He can go, right?
No,
not the center.
He was not the center.
Oh, okay.
And the center can go on a punt. He can't go on a pass. You know, that's not a fake punt. That's a pass attempt.
Right.
So, but sneaky little play for the Warriors has him down about the 40, and Coach Hill, I believe, is going to take his second timeout. I'm going to look back at that again just to see one more time, but.
Rice Lake is going to take their second timeout at the 3:36 mark of the second quarter. They're going to have a first and 10 again at the Blackhawk 39-yard line.
Let's see what happens.
So 31 lines up as your left guard, and he's about 6 yards down. He's kind of blocking.
So I'd assume that fake is a
run pass option.
Yeah, right. I mean,
definitely.
So 3:36 here remains in quarter number 2. Rice Lake takes the opening kickoff back to the house. Blackhawks answer with a Colton Hush 5-yard touchdown to make it 7-6. Hawks take the lead just at the beginning of the second quarter with a Cal Smith to Colton Hush touchdown pass, and then Rice Lake marches right down the field. Fails to convert the 2-point conversion, and that's what has led to this 14-12 score. Rice Lake just faked a punt and in Blackhawk territory.
1st and 10 inside the 40. Up the middle going to be again. Kind of off guard there. That's not Easton Stone. That's Peters there. You asked where he was, and he's back in spelling Stone there.
Tripped up by big number 57 in there.
Pick up 3 or 4 yards though.
Veenendahl.
They kind of not necessarily the midline there, kind of more off that B gap, C gap there, outside of our D tackles.
And we're not head up, so if they want to run midline, that's certainly there for them. Sprint out pass.
And he's open. And it's going to be Orr bringing it in about the 20-yard line. Goons to find Orr. Give him about 18 yards or so.
All the
16.
way down to the 20-yard line, and that's
I got it
going
for
to be
16.
a
Yep,
first
down to the 20. 3 minutes to go. Rice Lake looking to get one more on the score here. Opening kickoff brought back, then they were kind of stymied offensively, but now the last 2 possessions have seen them moving the ball against this Blackhawk defense. It is quarterback does fake it, brought down by a couple different Blackhawks. Was looking at Johansson. I think Cal Smith can do credit with the tackle.
Smith along with Jackson Johansson, but he
Pick up about 3 yards.
It'll bring up a
Second and 7, and the clock does tick as well. Coach Kiefer does have a full set of 3 timeouts remaining. And
the Hawks will receive to start the second half.
And again, what we talked pregame, this is a touchdown and touchdown only for Rice Lake, as they don't have the ability to kick it. So 3 points could be huge. Reverse here, fake.
Quarterback.
And
he's
haven't got nice little sliding catch. Is he in?
Yep, he's in.
He is in. Point to the end zone. Zach Orr into the end zone for the 4th time this season, and the Rice Lake Warriors are back in front, 18-14, with 2:10 to go here in the first half. That picked a lot. You know, they kind of had a fake midline, the fake counter, put that ball on his back hip and rolled out.
Yeah, that was a lot of things happened in the backfield, but really just given time to or to get to the corner.
Yeah, it's a post corner. You know, he's running a slant route, and then all of a sudden plants a foot, and he's going to be just him and the D-back in the corner of the end zone.
And stopped again.
And for the 3rd straight time, though, the Warriors are stopped on the 2-point conversion. So with that, it's 18-14, 2:10 to go here in the first half at Pug Lund Field.
And I don't think, I mean, the reality is they've left 6 points, a minimum of 3, but 6 points, that's a touchdown on point scoring plays. You don't know how many plays in a game are going to be point scoring plays. You know conversion plays are going to be. Now, obviously, a 4-point lead, a field goal is not going to tie that, but those 6 points, even 2 of those points or 4 of those points will come in my opinion, will come in huge later here in the game.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of scenarios as you get down that chart again, you know, and we talked about, you know, do you chase a point here, do you chase a point there? You look at it now, we're a touchdown and an extra point. They score a touchdown and don't get the 2-point conversion. We're a field goal,
right,
which we can kick away from a
right.
24-24, 3-touchdown to 4-touchdown tie.
Yep, there was a game, I want to say homecoming 2009, I think, where we beat Ellsworth,
from Easton Stone,
and they scored more touchdowns than we did in a game. And there was no field goals, it was all conversions.
Yeah, those points add up, and again, it's nice to have that weapon that you can put it through the uprights, and that's offsides. Okay, I think the first penalty against them, if I saw it, I think it was about 2 yards.
And just trying to get there, you know.
back them up 5. And
I'm curious to see how aggressive we come out. 2:10 left. You had all 3 timeouts.
you got to think we're going to start on if things go your way on this side of the 30. So it's again you're looking to get 3 points at the end of the half. Obviously you want more than that, but important part here is he's offsides again almost.
They let him go. So Hush at the 15.
Hush is going to go up middle. He's got a little seam. He's going to get out to almost midfield. Colton Hush, 2 touchdowns already. Sets the Blackhawks up in striking distance here with 2:02 to go, trailing by 4.
I think the lesson here is that don't be offsides on kickoffs.
Yeah, just again, we go back to the holdings are going to balance each other out, and it's the mental mistakes. The opening kickoff offsides by us leads to 80-yard difference.
Right.
It's just a free 5 yards. That's tough. So Cal Smith and the Blackhawks take over, trailing again the second time this game. He's going to fake. And does this answer your question how aggressive they are? He's going to look for his senior receiver or junior receiver, Gavin Sal, who's been very quiet.
And no catches yet.
No.
And part of that has to do with there was
Orr and
free safety.
And 18 Connor Duran both.
Bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Blackhawks.
But 2nd and 10.
Yeah, this Connor Duran kid's only a junior, huh?
Yes.
He's a good player.
Yep.
And Orr, only a junior.
Junior. Quarterback Kuntz, only a junior.
Peters, only a junior. They can go away from the middle border.
Cal Smith going to go up the middle. He's going to cross midfield. Eventually a handful of Warriors bring it down, and I believe Coach Kiefer is going to use his first time out here with 1:49 to go, trailing by 4. Going to be a 3rd and 6 when they come back from Coach Kiefer's first time out.
For the Blackhawks.
So
now,
the thing with
go ahead.
calling that timeout is if you don't convert here.
I was just going to ask, we've seen him do it, was it last year, I want to say St. Croix Central? Right, right before half, we went for it on the 4th and long, and then they scored. I want to say so.
They scored their first. They let them back in the game.
Yep.
On a really long pass. Yeah, I've tried to flush that from my memory bank.
I try and flush a lot from memory bank. Unfortunately, the stuff I try and flush stays there.
The clock is going to stop on a first down. Our offense is trained to get the ball off with not a lot of time ticking off the clock. So if you're going to get that first down, get it at 1:45 or
even if you're going for it there. If you're in your mind this is 4-down territory, I'd go for it there and save that timeout, because now if you do get a tackle for loss and you change your mind if you're going for it, there's potentially 20 seconds. But
right. Yeah, this is a big play.
Usually when you question Coach Kiefer, a good thing results. So right on cue, Cal Smith's going to draw back and go up the middle and be dropped for about a 2-yard.
How does Rice Lake call their timeout?
Lucas Sirik stops Cal Smith short of the first down. Going to bring up a 4th down and 4 for
and here's where I know you're going to say it. I've said it probably every single game is get on the line, have a dummy call, try and draw them offsides. Even if you don't, you have your timeout.
Right.
But odds are you're not going to. We saw it, I believe, last night in the Vikings game. End of a half when a professional player jumps offside, and you know they're not going to snap it. It can happen.
I think we snap it.
4th and 4, and there's the 10-second mark, and we do snap it. There's a pump fake.
Go to Colin. Make
Fritz
that guy tackle him.
Fritz is going to have the first down. He's going to get out of bounds inside the 40, down to about the 38-yard line.
Pass over there to number 2.
Fake it to Smith, looking to get the cell deep.
Fritz is completed.
Cell was bottled up. Settle for Fritz and the first down.
And you still have 2 timeouts, and you still have a minute.
So like I said on cue, when you question Coach Kiefer, good things happen. You should question him more often.
Well, I didn't question the 4th down play. I questioned the timeout.
No, I know. Trips to the wide side this time for Cal Smith. 1 minute to go here in the first half. Here comes the blitz off the edge. Quick pass. Hit right away. That's number 18, Connor Duran, that junior. Brings down Hush.
For a 2-yard
loss of a couple. back to the 40-yard line.
Baldwin's going to have a second and
12
from the 41-yard
40
line.
seconds to go. What is your? We're going to be illegal formation there again. So we talk about mental penalties, and it's going to be a third touchdown for Hush, but that's going to be called back though. So mental penalties again. So both receivers did not know which one's on the line of scrimmage, which one's not. So that one is going to erase 6 points. So it's going to be second and 17.
You gotta not make those mistakes, right? I mean, I'm being Captain Obvious there.
Yeah, he backs off in the last second. Although,
what are we in? Here's the thing. If we're in trips,
what did he call it? Did he go for procedure? So I don't know. That's interesting here. Are we set? Well, we're never set. So actually, he does back off because he has to back off, but we were never set at all.
There's interception number.
Oh, it's going to be incomplete. So the receiver did have to actually back off the line because he was covering up our tight end.
Okay.
So we had two receivers that way, but as we're coming to the line, you have to be set for at least a full second before you can go in motion, and you can go motion backwards. But they weren't all set. He backed off, and as he's backing off, we snap it. So it's not an illegal formation, it's a
legal procedure.
25 and a half seconds to go. Third and long for the Blackhawks.
Cal's just got to run this.
Flip it underneath.
See, I don't like staying in bounds there.
With 19 seconds left.
I mean, I get in what's going on in Colton's mind. I understand that.
Yeah.
About 3 or 4 yards, couple yards anyway. It's going to bring up a
fourth and long from the 43. And here's where I do say you go for it, because I think a lot more can happen off a punt than a fourth, and a lot more negative for the Blackhawks.
I was going to say a lot more bad things
can happen. A lot more good things can happen also. So
right.
Snap to Smith.
That's
underthrown. He's gonna have okay, good. I'd say. So Sell's fast enough where he wouldn't have got away from him, but if that's not Sell there. If he gets one blocker, he's got a sideline to roll. But
the Warriors are going to have it at the 30-yard line. That
it will be Cal Smith's first interception of the year, but on fourth down, you're going to throw it up, and that happens. And
this play scares me. This is what I talk about. You get the turnover, you take the shot. We've seen the most impactful player on the perimeter so far this game has not been wearing a white jersey. He's been wearing a blue jersey, and it's number 1. Fortunately, he's on the sideline, so that makes me...
Something happened to Will Johnson down here, number 88. I don't know. He was trying to go in, and the ref wouldn't let him. I don't know if he...
Interesting.
Said or did something, or had a quick talk with...
So they're just going to kneel it. Great. Take it to the halftime.
So, with a kneel down, likely going to bring us to half on a very entertaining first half here in Rice Lake. Going to find the Rice Lake Warriors leading the Blackhawks 18-14. Blackhawks will receive the second half kickoff.
And we are going to turn off our mics. They're having a music fest, and because of YouTube rules, we don't let music play without talking over it. So we're just going to turn our mics off, and we'll see you in about 10 minutes. Welcome back to Pug-Lund Field at Dairy State Bank Stadium at Rice Lake High School in Rice Lake, Wisconsin. I'm Jeremy Nygaard, joined by Nick Pack and Zach Ambrose, as always, running the camera. Nick, one half in the books. What do you think?
It was a tale of two halves in the first half. I mean, take away the opening kickoff. You asked, could Baldwin answer that? And they answered that with 2 straight touchdowns, putting up 14 points and dominating maybe half of the first half, right? And then suddenly Rice Lake answers with a very dominant second half of the first half, counters with 12 more points, right, finding themselves leading by 4. And again, little mistakes that have really, really cost the Blackhawks. A lot of false start procedural penalties. A couple times on defense, giving them 5 free yards.
Yep.
Obviously, like we mentioned, the opening kickoff goes from a touchback to a touchdown.
Yeah, so I had 7 penalties on the Hawks, 2 which had touchdowns come back.
Yep. So, or one that had a touchdown come back and one that led to a touchdown. Right?
No, we had a Colton Hush touchdown wave come back. We scored. We had a Colton Hush touchdown come back. We didn't score.
Okay. So,
and they scored on one. So
yep.
three of the 5 touchdowns scored. Well, not necessarily
we did
5.
We did score on the one. The one that we had one call back. We scored on.
We
correct?
did,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Colton scored like 2 plays later. But we were first and goal from the 3, and then we ended up first and goal from the 8 or however that worked.
And that's not like it's they held the person or they did this or that. It's just a mental mistake, and that you take that, and if you can hold Rice Lake right away on that one, that's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts. And if that Colton Hush goes in, we're 21-12, but we're not.
Correct.
That's the thing is you're not. You are who you are. So I think in the second half, that's going to be the big key is no mental mistakes. Don't beat yourself up. And we'll be in line for a very exciting second half.
Right. I mean, any game at halftime where both teams legitimately feel like and aren't wrong, really, that they're the better team.
Right.
Because, like you said, the tale of two halves. For a lot of that first half, I felt like Baldwin Woodville was the superior team. But for the last 6 minutes, I was like, yeah, nope, Rice Lake's better. And that's what's going to make a great high school football ending here tonight. We talked at length about how when BW is lacking discipline, things start to, kiosk them. We go up by 2 scores. We lack discipline, game's tied. GT was a little bit different, but Somerset, we saw that same thing. Ellsworth, we were very, very disciplined. 5-touchdown game turned into a 7-touchdown game, and now in the first half of this game, I would say we very much have lacked discipline again. And that's like what you mentioned with all the penalties. They're not the holds. They're not the action within the game there before the play even starts. And that's going to be the difference. It's going to be who can limit the mistakes. We did have that one turnover here at the end of the half. Cal's first interception of the year.
Rice Lake Warriors,
but who's gonna get the cost? Who's gonna?
That's not a turnover. I mean, that's a 4th down. I mean, it's
still a turnover.
Correct. I'm saying as far as you look at the game that I mean actually
didn't impact.
Correct. I believe it's 4th down. Actually, if he drops it, they have better field position.
Right.
So. There's times I hate to say good turnovers, don't get me wrong, but that wasn't something that stands out in the first half,
right.
and I don't expect that, in the second half. And to me, it's more of can the ball carriers can rip one loose?
Right.
That's the turnover that could really deflate a team. And here comes a little pooch kick again. It's gonna come to the sideline this time, and it does. It goes out of bounds. So now that luckily. If the Blackhawks are out of bounds, they touch it, it is considered out of bounds.
Correct.
Even though the ball maybe never touched out of bounds.
Right.
It does come back into play. So 2 of their 3 penalties have come on kickoffs, and
Ball's out of
and
bounds.
both of them cost them a
Looks
total
like
of
they're gonna
5-6
mark it
yards.
at the 37-yard line.
Actually, that one doesn't. I think you can also get. Can you get 5 yards from the where it went out of bounds?
I don't know. I don't know if you do.
I thought you used to be able to get 5 yards from where it went out of bounds
First
too,
and
but
10
maybe
for
not.
Baldwin to start the second half.
You've seen guys on Saturdays and Sundays actually run out of bounds and then lay down and reach in and touch a ball to make that ball go out of bounds. If that doesn't happen at the 35. It happens usually inside the 5-yard line.
On a fumble, you know, when a ball carrier is going out of bounds,
right.
get out of bounds and just trying to hit it. So first play is going to be a Viendahl sweep.
Ooh,
he's going to be
by his helmet.
wrapped around the neck or shoulder and brought down by Stone.
Ryan Viendahl, he didn't get a whole lot on that play. Maybe a yard.
Pick up of a yard.
Speed
Speed sweep for Viendahl.
I thought I saw a flag there, but I think it was just a ball being tossed on the other sideline.
Going to be up the middle, Johansson. He's met right away. He's able to get forward for a couple. But met
Stone
by
again on the tackle.
Easton Stone again, leading
Johansson
tackler.
Up the middle for 3 yards.
Pick
Second
up
and
a,
7
third and
for
7.
the, third down and 7 for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, not exactly where you want to be 47 seconds into half number 2.
40-yard line's a good spot to be, but not 3rd
True.
and 7. Cal Smith, clap. So
they knocked
knock
Colin
down
over.
Colin. He gets up though. He's going to get catch and he's going to have the first down. So again, in high school, you talk about that. You can knock him over.
Stone and Orrin
but
there on the stop.
Colin Fritz,
That
he's
was
tough.
Colin
He's
Fritz
not going to worry about getting knocked over.
with
He's going
the
to get back up.
reception, and they're going to give him a
Gets the
first
reception.
down at the
First down,
47-yard
Blackhawks.
line.
Another quick pass, this time to Viendahl. Looks to make the first guy miss. He spins away from him. Brought down by number 13, Brody Lammers.
Viendahl
But not
from
before picking up a
Smith.
good gain on first down, 6 yards. Quick pass.
Tackled out there at the 46-yard line, first and 10.
Trips to the right for Cal. Gonna follow, I believe Holdorf was in that time.
Cal Smith
Picks up a yard or 2.
hammered down there by
I think he was spun
Will
down there
Johnson.
by Will Johnson.
Will Johnson, right?
Will Johnson.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
3rd and short here for the Blackhawks. Across midfield on the opening possession in the second half. Double slot. Here comes Hush. He's going to have it. He's going to try and get that edge. He's going to cut up the middle. He's going to have the first down. Down inside the 40. He's going to spin. He's used to carrying people down.
Lammers or
Inside
Will
the 40.
Johnson. All
Give
in
him
on
a
the
good
tackle, along
7-8
with
yards
Peters.
there. First down, Blackhawks. They're marching.
Colton Hush rumbled up there
Ain't coming
for
easy, but
a
sometimes
first
that's
down for
almost
the
better too. If
Blackhawks.
you can
They're gonna
pound
have
away,
it at
pound
the
away, pound
Warrior
away.
36-yard line.
Right, I mean, that play looked like it was dead in the backfield.
He stopped. You know, he's got that low center of gravity. Stops, gets upfield, picks up the first down. Cal's gonna drop
Shows
back.
the
He's
crosser.
got crossing routes. Malika, through his hands. And luckily Connor Duran was unable to haul that in as well.
Bring up a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. And that one, I don't know if he needed that 95-mile-an-hour fastball there. It's still a ball that Graydon's going to say, I need to catch that, but
Yeah, there's so much on those crossings. There's so much happening in the middle of the field that
Hush
you
in
can be
motion.
shielded.
he's going to fake it to him. Up the middle of Cal. He's going to have a first down. He's going to be inside the 25. The ball does come loose. We talked about that right away there. It's going to be Orr going to have it. He's going to cross the 25, down to the 27-yard line. And not too quick there, as we talked about at halftime. That's the one you can't have. And the first down turns into a first down for the Warriors.
Smith coughs it up. Jack Orr gets it. And that's going to be a first and
So
10.
a good drive.
Rice play.
You know, they're 40 yards into it, had a first down. Now see if this defense can't get that big stop.
Yep, this is going to be a big drive going into the.
Lucas Peters is behind Kuntz. He's going to get the ball up the middle, and he's going to fall forward. He's going to pick up 5
Peters,
yards.
the ball carrier.
So
Where are we?
again, picks
Tight
up
and
5.
Ryan down the field, blocking hard.
Good gain on first down for the Warriors.
And
Their opening
Peters
possession
rumbles
after
up
the
for about
fumble
5.5
by Cal
or
Smith,
so. It'll
recovered
be
by Zach Orr.
2nd and 5 for the Warriors.
Yeah, this is really the statement drive for Rice Lake, right? If they
Yep.
meticulously drive down the field, waste a lot of clock, and score, that's going to be hard to come back from.
Deflating. Big up the middle again. Hit right away. But he's able to lean forward, keep those legs moving.
Peters, the ball
Hit in the
carrier.
backfield, but ends up picking up 2 yards. Will bring up 3rd and short. About 3 yards or so, and watch the ball. Watch the ball.
But Peters picks up a few there. It's going to
Here
be
come
third
out quick.
and 2.
Watch them run their motion, and then quarterback will stand up. See, that's a false start.
That one, I believe, he's pointing back to him.
No.
Oh,
That's a bad call.
I'm behind here.
Blackhawks jump off sides.
You started to see that get
That's a
called more and
5-yard
more on
penalty, and that's
Sunday,
gonna
but
bring up a 1st and 10 Rice
When your
play.
head snaps, you're simulating a snap. It's
Yeah,
it's
that
a hard
one-
call to make because
I don't know if
who's
it-
watching that?
I don't even know if he's offsides, but
The side judges, they're not. Here goes your quarterback.
he's going to break contain, and there comes the flag down.
But the hard thing on that penalty is if you're the side judge, you're watching the line of scrimmage. You're not watching the quarterback.
Yes and no, because the quarterback's head's right there too. It's not like he's in
We got a flag on
the
the
backfield.
play, though.
You're getting that. But ultimately, boils down to the defense. You know what's
Right.
coming again.
Yeah, be disciplined.
You don't give an option.
Right. Yep.
10-yard penalty for
So the
holding. They're going to spot
Big
the
penalty
ball
there
at
against the
30,
Warriors.
40-yard line. That's gonna
10
bring
yards
up
from the
a
spot, going to
1st
be
and
1st and 16
for the
here.
Rice Lake
Just over 4
Warriors.
minutes into the second half. Jacob Kuntz, junior quarterback. Had the Rice Lake Warriors moving here. See what they can do with the sticks behind them. A good start here on the
That's a good route.
comeback route. And that's going to be hauled in, number 7 by Strand.
Oh, and they're gonna
With a fine catch.
personal foul penalty here. We go.
20, Colton Hush ran him over after he was on the ground. We're going to have a penalty on the play.
I didn't see him throw it right away.
He
looked
didn't.
away, and then-
The coaches
and then-
got on him a little bit, and that's what got the flag out. And they're talking about it. There's more discussion here than there should be if they're gonna mark this off. But no, they're gonna mark it off.
So, costly penalty there for the Blackhawks. Going to give. That's a great start again. I said that when it happened live, but we've been penalized for that a lot. He wants that back again.
And that'll bring up 1st and 10.
And that's a very, very good
Rice
start by the
play.
receiver. Gets a comeback route.
Yeah, he got off the line in a hurry. We've seen that. But his route, I thought that was an excellent
Very,
route.
very good route. Sticks his foot in the ground, comes back to the ball. Well thrown ball. 1st and 10, Warriors on the 41-yard line. Up the middle, Easton Stone, fresh legs, gonna get eventually brought down, Monacan,
Easton
but not
Stone
before picking up
with a
likely another 1st down.
12-yard rumble. 11 yards all the way to the 30-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 Rice play.
Here's where you got to dig in deep and find a way to get them behind the sticks again. This D-line's been out there a lot since the last, about the turn of the 1st into the 2nd quarter. Seems like a lot of the actions happen to our left.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that earlier, how hoping it's on down here on the right. been down there.
Stone
Up
again.
the middle, Stone. He's going to have probably another first down. He's going to carry the Blackhawks in. He might just carry him into the end zone.
Easton!
He's inside the 10. Easton Stone. Another first down. They rotate those two backs in there. Keep those legs fresh.
We
He's a
got
dude.
Schaber down
First
there, Neindorf
and
down
goal.
there, Hoyen down there.
From
Even Max
the 9.
Tomish was down there blocking.
Easton Stone is a really good football player.
Do not jump off sides there. The motion man will come back, and I would be surprised to see this not go up the middle as either a handoff or Easton Stone's going to go up the middle. This time he's driven backwards, not before picking up about 3 more yards though. Just shy of the 5-yard line.
He's tackled in there by Johansson.
Second and goal from just outside the 5 for the Rice
Hoyen
Lake
with the
Warriors,
push
leading
down
by
there.
4 here.
But he's down
Halfway
to the 6.
into the third quarter.
Pick up a 3. Second and goal from the 6-yard line.
Here's where I bring on a little play action and
It's going to be a
Orr on a feed.
slant and go again for a slant and
Yeah, a little
corner
fade
post.
action.
Toss, looking to get the edge. Nice block. Nice kick-out block.
Kelsey, the ball carrier.
That was number 18, Connor Duran.
Johansson in there
I
again.
think they call that a pancake
But he's
block
down
in the
to
biz.
about the 5. Pickup of a yard. 3rd and 5 for the Warriors.
3rd and goal, 4-down territory for Rice Lake. Again, even talking to Rice Lake fan, he's like, I wish we just had someone that could kick it through. It's a big difference. And right now, yeah. Third and goal from the 5. Jacob Kuntz is going to have Easton Stone lined up behind him. And he's going to give it to him. Skips. Viendahl hits him, but Stone keeps his feet into the end zone, and the Warriors strike first in the second half, capitalizing off the Blackhawk turnover, and they lead 24-14. And we did talk about how important this two-point conversion could eventually be, and I would be surprised to see them not give the ball to Stone, who's not in the game.
Well, just give it up the middle. Peters can do it.
Correct.
Just don't get cute.
Motion. He's going to fake. He's going to roll out. And he's wide open. 37, Lucas Peters. They fake it to him. He sneaks out in the flat, and their 4th attempt at a two-point conversion is good, and the Warriors find themselves leading 26-14 with 5:17 to go here in the third quarter.
All right, let me thank all of our sponsors here at Blackhawk TV: Baldwin Greenhouse, Firehelm Langer, Nielsen's Foods, St. Croix Garage Door, Strikers Lanes and Sports Bar, Timmerman Realty, Wisconsin Credit Union, St. Croix Custom Apparel, Baldwin Lightstream, CW Garage Door Distribution, Fenner and Jewelers, Schaefer Financial Services, Blackhawk Garage Door, O'Connell Funeral Homes, A-Star Concrete, Culvers of Baldwin, Family Chiro Care, TMS Auto, Halverson Concrete Solutions, Whitecap Financial Advisors, Pete's Construction, American Family Insurance, Village Pharmacy, and OEM Fabricators. Thank you to all of our sponsors here at Blackhawk TV. Nick, I'd said before that drive started, this is kind of the statement drive by Rice Lake, and they did what they do.
They made a statement, that's for sure. I don't know, I hate to say it was a easy drive, but were they ever 3rd and long? I mean,
Nope.
we got them back, that penalty back to 1st and 17. They turn around and get a nice pickup on that, as well as tack on 15 more. And they marched down and put it in the end zone. Led strongly on the ground by Easton. This kick is going to be taken out to 5. Hush, sidesteps and going to get all across the 20. The Blackhawks here now talk about important drives here with 5:10 to go. It's very important to the Blackhawks sustain a drive and march down and try and get in the end zone themselves here.
Right. And the Blackhawks are going to have a 1st and 10 from
And the reality is if they go 3 and out,
it's tough.
this has a chance to go pear-shaped in a hurry.
You said they haven't been behind all year. Now they find themselves behind 2 scores, coming off of a drive that they were, they were driving, a bad thing happens, turn it over with. Now they go marching down. Gotta erase that and go. Instead, Easton Stone's going to stuff him at the line of scrimmage. Smith back to the line of scrimmage.
With Johnson and a couple others in there, that's going to bring up
second and 10.
And Cal obviously is the fulcrum of this offense, but 17 rushing attempts, 20 passing attempts right now.
And speed sweep is going to be Vienendahl. Going to cut up. Good little gain there on second and long.
Stone and Sirik over there.
Tough to tell what they got. I want to say he got 7 or 8, but
Vienendahl, the ball carrier,
cut him with 7 yards.
on the play.
Third and
Got
3 for
7.
Blackhawks.
Third and 3 for Baldwin.
Crucial third down. Fritz a little slow in getting up. Was helped up by a Rice Lake player.
This is a big play. This is a very, very big play.
Vienendahl in motion. They're going to give it to him again. He's going to get the edge. He's going to have the first down. He's going to cross the 40. Down to about the 41-yard line. Kind of lowers his shoulder. Picks up the first down.
Clay Cowley in on the stop as well.
And I think the idea is you can run jet away from Gavin because, well, right now they're kind of single coverage on Gavin, so I might
take that shot. It's going to Johansson up the middle. He kind of talk about don't get funny. Johansson's kind of got his feet moving. And you get that as a halfback, fullback there. Get downfield. Picks up a yard. Second and 9. Yeah, they got 2 over here against Hush and Sell.
That to me is what the advantage.
It's going to be Halldorf, the opposite direction.
The advantage in the first half
right
is
to midfield.
When they shaded that free safety so far over to Gavin, we're basically playing 10 on 9.
Correct.
And our quarterback is carrying the ball a ton.
Halldorf, the ball carrier that
and so
time.
you have the ability now to.
You got 3 on 2.5 over here. Now it's going to be a quick pass, I bet. Hush is going to haul it in. Hush is going to speed across midfield, across the 40, down to the 35-yard line. And even though you got the free safety over top, you got that half out there. They're so quick. You get to stand up throwing that ball. You're 3 on 2. You can make 2 blocks. You're going to pick up a first down. Narrow side now. Going to have trips this way again.
I think
now they have
that's when
3
you get
guys.
the jet.
We're going to go that way this time, betcha.
Yeah.
We're going to go that
way.
There comes Cal. Fake it. You go up the middle. You get down to the 30. Pick up about 5. A good gain on first down. Good answer here for the Blackhawks. Marching down. And that's the key is Cal's got those options. He sees this number game. And he's going to give it to what he's got.
I'd run the wheel.
Another pre-snap penalty. This one's going to go against Hush.
We got illegal motion.
Motion on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty.
9th penalty on the Hawks.
And bring up a 2nd and 10.
I would think he wants that one back. So he started backwards, which is legal. Unless he's saying he simulated a snap. I didn't see what if it's a false start. Is he simulating a snap or is it?
But you can still go
motion.
Backwards.
Cal's going up the middle. He's going to cross the 30. Get that penalty yards back.
We got to get our linemen up.
And he's going to pick up about 7, 8 yards on 2nd and 10.
I think it's probably 9.
Yep.
Leading the way, Lucas Deshane that time, and the Blackhawks are going to have a 3rd and 1 from the 26-yard line.
19 carries, 98 yards for Cal. 12 for 21 passing.
We're going that way again.
Yards.
We got 1 on 2 over here, so we got 10 on 9. We're going to come this way. Vienendahl is going to lean forward. He's going to cross the 25. He will have the first down.
Good tackle in there.
And the Blackhawks are marching.
55.
And they're not waiting for the white hat. We don't got all day there, white hat. Hurry up.
He just did get that 1 yard to the 25.
The veteran official over there said, chain gang, let's go. Let's go. We're not waiting for this guy. 1st and 10 Blackhawks. Up the middle. Johansson, that time he got down.
There we go,
He's going to find himself
Johansson
into the end zone. Jackson Johansson, his first rushing touchdown of the season, I believe. He's had one through the air. And statement response by the Blackhawks. 25 yards. Jackson Johansson cuts into the Warrior lead. It's 26-20.
And the
And like I said,
Blackhawks
the one he had prior to that, he got the ball and he kind of danced. Where that one, he got the ball and it
Hit
boom.
the hole. Yep.
If there's a hole, you hit it. Nice job, Jackson Johansson. Gus Cronin on. And the extra point is up and good. The Blackhawks answer the Warriors touchdown and now trail 26-21.
A-Star Concrete Pumping Incorporated is proud to be family-owned and operated in Wisconsin. We pride ourselves on maintaining a high-quality, unique fleet and very knowledgeable staff to complete all projects. From smaller residential projects to large-scale commercial enterprises, A-Star Concrete Pumping has the equipment, staff, and experience to handle all of your concrete needs. Contact them at 715-246-3920. Whether we're cooking the perfect butter burger to order or scooping up our freshest batch of the flavor of the day, we work hard to ensure you will always leave happy. We know you have a lot to do and many options to choose from, so we appreciate when you take the time to visit Culver's of Baldwin. Shout out to Cade, Culver's employee. Nielsen's Foods has been serving communities since 1903. We offer full-service Caribou Coffee, Bakery, Deli, and Meat departments. We pride ourselves with our award-winning Nielsen's Market Meats and our friendly staff. Nielsen's vision is to build a strong family of customers and employees by delivering superior service to our customers, offering employee growth opportunities, reinvesting in our stores, and serving in our communities. Shout out to Marin, barista at Caribou. Barista, barista.
Yep.
Which one?
I don't.
Me neither.
Never had a coffee in my life.
I've had coffee, but
never had a sip.
I'm not a caffeine kind of guy.
So we talked about the kickoffs going right to left. We were able to kick it deep. Left to right, we squibbed it. We're interested to see what they have here. There's not much of a wind. I don't think it can fear the return game.
I don't like it.
It's returned at the 30, out to 35 at the 40-yard line. He's going to cross the 40, down to almost the 45-yard line.
He's all the way up to the 43-yard line for
my
the
theory on that
Warriors.
is if you're going to do that, why not do an onside?
Right.
And Rice play.
Yeah, you're
talking 5-yard difference, and you have a chance of getting the ball. But
and Easton Stone's going to take care of those 5 yards probably right now.
I mean, their whole front line's backing up too. Hopefully they can see that. Maybe if you're going to kick this way, hopefully it might not be kicking this way anymore though. But Easton Stone will not get 5 yards back in this carry because Lucas Peters is the fullback. Kuntz is going to take. He's going to keep. He's going to try and get the edge. Stiff arms, hush. Stiff arms. Oh, he actually grabbed the face mask.
Jake Kuntz with a big stiff arm. But number 32, Brighton Logderman, brings him down. After he picks up about 9
quick
yards
update
on the
in the
play,
middle border and in Prescott. Prescott's got 7 points on the board, and I believe it's St. Croix Central leading 35-7 in Prescott.
Prescott played a close one with Somerset last week, 44-36, I believe it was. Somerset beating Ellsworth. Well, was beating Ellsworth. I don't know what's happening
We've
currently.
got an update on that one lately, but and then the other one would be Osceola against Amory. Pass is going deep. This one might be intercepted. Oh no! Instead, it goes through Viendel's hands into Tyler Orr's hands, or Zach Orr's hands. Sorry. So instead of capitalizing on a potential interception, it's right into Orr's hands. Luckily, he was laying on the ground. 1st and 10 on the 20.
Yeah, we've seen a couple interceptions drop tonight, but the ones that Rice Lake dropped fell harmlessly to the ground. That one, not so much.
But you got to erase it and come back out here and make the next play. I mean,
I'd go right back at him again.
It's not a 6-point play.
I would go right back.
Motion this way. Going to keep. Going to get the edge. Pitch comes out.
And a good
He
block.
does have the edge. He's going to spin around. He's going to be out of bounds.
Kelsey all the way down to
Going
the
to pick up another first down. It's 1st and
That's
goal
a
for
14-yard
Rice
run.
Lake.
And
It's not taking them long to answer back. The Blackhawks. 47.9 to go here in the 3rd quarter, leading by 5.
Roscoe, go in there and take over for him. Thank you.
Yeah, the short field, you can really make quick work of that.
Yep. And are we going to use a timeout here? Blackhawks.
Timeout, Baldwin Woodville.
Need to stop them here. They're going to use a timeout.
Firehelm Langer is a CPA firm with offices in Baldwin, Ellsworth, and River Falls. At Firehelm Langer, our clients are a top priority. We offer the skills and expertise of a large CPA firm combined with the personal attention and responsiveness of a smaller firm. When you partner with us, we take the time to get to know you, understand your goals, and build a lasting professional relationship. We invite you to turn to us at Firehelm Langer for bookkeeping services, payroll services, financial projections, tax preparation, tax planning, and all of your accounting and tax needs. The market is changing. Take advantage of our combined 30-plus years of experience to guide you through it. Call Don at 715-684-9541 or Andrew at 715-928-0410 of Timmerman Realtors for all your realty needs.
So Mr. Multi-faceted cameraman here has Somerset and Ellsworth as a 22-22
Ooh, that's a fun one.
here in Rice Lake. We're Rice Lake 26, Blackhawks 21.
So no clock on the Somerset Ellsworth stream, just sometime in the fourth quarter.
As we come back, it'll be first and goal, and Easton Stone finds himself on his knees right now behind Jacob Kuntz. He'll bounce up, and he's hungry for the ball. Kuntz will give it to him. Easton Stone's going to find himself into the end zone, 6 yards out, and the Warriors answer again, 32-21 over the Blackhawks. Easton Stone.
Boyan, Tomish, all blocking down there for him. 6-yard touchdown run for
This is
Stone.
a big 2-point conversion here. 11-point game right now is a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal away. Easton finds himself right behind Kuntz again. Motion, and we're going to give him a yard and a half. It's a lot to give him. So instead of 3 yards, now it's a yard and a half. And if I'm Coach Hill here, I'm putting it in Easton Stone's hands and trusting that he's going to either find the end zone or carry a Blackhawk into the end zone. And if you're the Blackhawks, make one stop. You've done it
3 times.
He does try and bounce it.
Who's going to win that
And
one?
he does break the tackle. Rolls into the end zone for 2 more. And the Warriors now lead 13. It's 34-21.
And with 44 seconds,
Strikers Lanes and Sports Bar at
remaining in
780
the
Cedar
third
Street
quarter, the
in
Warriors
Baldwin offers something for
on
everyone.
top,
If you are interested in the competition and
to
camaraderie of a team,
21.
come join one of the bowling leagues offering men, women, couples, seniors, and youth leagues that run from September through April. Reserve an open bowling time for family, friends, work, or birthday parties. When you get hungry or thirsty from all the bowling fun or while watching the big screens on the big games on the mini big screen TVs, Striker Sports Bar is sure to satisfy. Check out our menu and weekly food and drink specials at strikerslanes.com. Yeah, that's that drive lasted all of 60 seconds. Well, 59.9 seconds, I guess. And it only went, what, 55 yards?
And again, it's
57 yards?
the luck of the bounce, if you will.
Stone to kick it off.
I'd like to say 95% of the time, Viendal's coming down with that pass. 4% of the time, it's going to fall harmless to the ground. The 1% it's going to land in Orr's lap, and that's what happened there. And you got to, again, erase it. It's a full quarter to play, and a lot of weird things can happen in football.
Oh, we've seen it.
We might have seen it once before. And that being said, it's a lot to play still. Squib kick back at we fielded by Viendal at the 25. And Cup gets to about the 35-yard line. Cross the 35. Blackhawks will start out their possession at the 37-yard line.
Ryan
another
Wiedendahl, the ball carrier.
Big possession for the Cal Smith
he's
and the
tackled
Blackhawk
down there.
offense.
Looks like they're going to call up the 37-yard line. We've got a timeout on the field for a Warrior.
Looks like it's a cramp, maybe.
Looks like Sirik.
St. Croix Garage Doors provides Western Wisconsin with top quality garage door sales, service, and installation. We proudly serve Baldwin, Woodville, Hudson, Richmond, River Falls, Stillwater, Menominee, and surrounding areas. Give Brian a call today at 715-781-8989 for a quote, install, or service. Since 1935, Baldwin Greenhouse has been serving Baldwin and the surrounding areas by offering the freshest flowers, plants, and gifts for any occasion. Some of the flowers and many of the plants are grown right on site. They'd love to help with anything you need. Give them a call at 715-684-2104 or visit online at baldwingreenhouse.com.
All right, so 3 straight possessions by these teams have ended up into the end zone, and the Blackhawks could really use the 4th one to go that way as well. Cal Smith's going to be flanked by Haldorf this time. He fakes to him. He's going to go up the middle.
Oh.
Makes the guy miss.
Whoa.
He got bounced outside. We'll see how fast Cal can run. He's got nice little block there by Monacan. Cal Smith's going to be inside the 30.
Smith. But that's after about a 35-yard
Credit
run
him with about
by the
37 yards or so.
Puts him at 135 for the night.
He gets it all the way to the 26-yard line.
Chain game's going to get set, and we're going to snap it, so. Maybe speed sweep. Hush. Cuts it up. He's going to get down just outside of 20 to the 21-yard line. Might be the last play. Pick up a 5 for Hush. I say might be because they do go fast, and they don't care about the clock.
Get another snap off.
They're going to come this way. They got numbers this way. And they're going to go that way. Nope. Haldorf up the middle. He's going to cross inside the 10. Makes one guy miss. He's going to be down about the 5-yard line. When we start the 4th quarter, the Blackhawks trying to answer quick will find themselves 1st and goal from the 5, trailing the Warriors 34-21.
Members of Wisconsin Credit Union can access account information and take care of most everyday banking needs via Wisconsin Online, the mobile app, and text banking. Immediate access to your Wisconsin accounts is also available 24 hours a day via touch-tone phone. Visit them at wisconsincu.org to learn more. So, 44 seconds into that drive, and we've already gone all the way down to the 5-yard line. This is just going to be like, somebody's going to have to get a stop.
So, I will say this, thing I might like going into the 4th quarter here, we're kicking right to left. When we've kicked right to left, we have pinned them deep. We talk about these quick possessions, where they've been starting at. Again, the 35, the 40-yard line. You know, you're playing with a half a field. It's a lot easier to have a quick possession.
Right.
I hope that they erase that opening kickoff, get it out of your mind. It didn't happen. Once we score here, because we're going to score, make the extra point, and then you come back, try and kick it deep, pin them deep, make them go 75 yards.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
But first things first, someone's going to find that end zone.
So 34-21, 12 minutes, final quarter.
A lot of time left, and
in the
again, the advantage the Blackhawks have is
and they're gonna mark it
they do go quick. We saw it last year with these two teams that if they are trailing in the 4th quarter, it's not new for them to hurry up and get going.
Right.
Johansson's going to be to the left of Cal. He's going to get it. Johansson's going to find himself into the end zone for the 2nd time tonight. On the ground, Jackson Johansson. 5 yards. Cutting into that Warrior lead once again. 5 seconds into the 4th quarter. Blackhawks answer. Now 34-27.
Yeah, I said Rice Lake does it in a minute, 49 seconds.
Yeah.
That's a quick one.
That's a lot of points put up here quick. That's 4 touchdowns each, or 4 touchdowns, 2 each here, in just over a quarter play. And Gus Croning right on cue, puts it
his 4th extra point
between the uprights and cuts it down. 34-28, Warriors leading by 6.
See, I thought when I was asked about this game, I thought there would be more stops. I thought we would stop them. I thought they would stop us. I thought the game would be played in, the teens and the 20s. That's not been the case. There hasn't been anybody stopping anything here lately, except for a turnover.
We haven't seen a punt for a while. We've seen a couple 4th down conversions by the Blackhawks on a drive right before half. Yeah, I agree, and it's going to be who can come up with that stop. And It starts with this kickoff. Gus, put it in the end zone. Do us a favor, put it in the end zone. Make them start at the 20-yard line. They have to go 80 yards then.
Right.
I'm not saying they can't. I mean, we've done nothing in the last how many possessions to say that they're not going to go 80 yards, but we need to make them do that.
Right. 18, he wants to play football on the other side of the field.
He's like, I was down there once. Wasn't was Duran the one that returned the opening one? He was just looking to see where he's going to go.
Yeah, maybe this is where you get tricky. You say, we're going to do something different. A little pooch kick.
Pooch kick again, and they're going to try and pooch it, and they're going to kick it out of bounds. So,
you know what? If like you said, if you're going to squib kick it, just onside kick it.
Ball's
And
out
that
of
was
bounds
that
at
was the effort, right? The effort
36-yard
was to
line.
try to recover and steal a possession.
That'll bring up a 1st and 10 Rice Lake.
Typically, when Nick gets this quiet, it's because he's frustrated.
well, so Rice Lake will start from their 36.
When I get frustrated, I don't get quiet. I just exhale loudly, which, when you're wearing a mic, you can't really shield that.
Lucas Peters will be the back behind Jacob Kuntz. Rice Lake, their turn to come back.
Quarterback,
Keep
pitch,
and the ball's
on the ground,
and it's going to stay on the ground.
On the ground. Oh.
So that's the one possible negative thing you have about the option is that ball is
Fumble
going
on
around
the
a lot,
play.
and this time the
Warriors recover it.
does
The
go on the ground,
Blackhawks
recovered,
all
but
over the area
a
there.
loss of 6
Looked like number 57, Dylan
will be 2nd and 16
Bienendahl
now.
over there.
That's only a great
That's
play
gonna bring
if
up
you
a
can
5-yard
answer
loss for the
defensively
Warriors,
with
2nd and
a
15.
stop here.
Right, but it puts him behind the sticks. And the 5 yards
We
is
cannot have
another timeout by the Hawks.
And Coach Kiefer's not happy about something. Which, I mean, 2nd and 16 with fourth quarter,
Baldwin
one
Woodville
possession
is gonna
game.
take their 2nd timeout.
You've already
They've got
used one. That
left.
is not a time you want to use it. He probably had to. I'm
Right.
not saying there's a bad timeout. He's upset because he had to be using that timeout.
Well, I think what probably happened is we have, and it's totally legal in high school, you have film on the sideline. So if he didn't like an alignment against the option, and you have to fix it, you got to call a timeout and do it. And Coach Furman's up here in the box watching the sideline.
Possession
jam.
stand still
we
going
weren't even
there,
in a
folks. You need
formation
little
though.
snack
I
here
don't know.
for the
We
fourth
had 11
quarter.
out there, and
They still gotta
they were
go
just
out
breaking a huddle
there.
when we were calling timeout.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I mean it's wrong personnel or. But again, he'd rather say waste a timeout, but he'd rather use a timeout there than be caught in a bad situation. And you can make a stop here, and you might not need a timeout.
Right. Get a stop, get the ball, get the lead.
2nd and long for the Warriors. They do try and draw them off sides, and a quick switch here from Sell and Smith.
They're gonna come wide side here. Yep.
They come this
Or-
way.
Or is the guy?
Or does go out. Does a nice job of planting his foot.
And there's a flag.
Zach
What's the
Orr
flag?
with the catch from Coons. He's
Be
gonna
a
pick up
hold,
about
looks like,
9 yards on the play.
but White Hat says it is a hold on number 55,
And
I
there's
believe.
a penalty on the play.
So instead of a nice pickup of a
Oh yeah, he grabbed him by the
About 10.
face mask.
which,
Holding on the Rice Lake Warriors.
so
They're going to lose 10 yards.
back
on
up
that
10
play.
more, and it's going to be 2nd and 25.
So 10 from the line of scrimmage because
Gonna bring
that
up a
penalty
second and
happened
about
well
24.
behind the line of scrimmage.
Correct.
Okay, but now this is where Zach Orr becomes a real thing because we
Yeah.
haven't done much to slow him down.
He's done a great job of planting that foot and getting out. Do not get beat on a plant, stop and go.
Yep. Oh
They,
no.
they do have, is it Gavin on him right now?
No, Ryan.
Oh, it's Brian.
Blitzing.
And up the middle.
Nope. Gavin with the
got it.
sack.
Oh, Gavin wasn't fooled. I was. I thought it was up the middle.
Gavin
Nope.
Sell
Kuntz
tackles
kept it,
Kunish
trying to
in
get
the
around the edge.
backfield
Sell did not have it.
for a
And
big loss back to the
another
15-yard line.
play, and
That's going to bring
Rice
up a
Lake
third and
offense has
31
loved
for
going
the
to that end
Warriors.
zone. Unfortunately, right now, they switched end zones, and
Yeah.
they find themselves 3rd and 31. And right now, coaching staff said, just don't do anything stupid.
Right. And think screen, think draw,
Think unusual.
You're right.
Just think
halfback
get to the
pass,
ground.
halfback pass. We've seen that from
No
Rice Lake
late
before.
hits. Nothing's going to get them automatic first down. They're likely not to be too aggressive here. It is going to be up the middle. Spins around. Going to pick up about 7 yards
Up
as
the middle
Peters.
for about 8 yards.
But
That's going
it's
to
going
bring
to be
up a
4th
long
and
for
a
the
punt,
Warriors.
basically, for the Warriors. It's 4th and 20. And flip the switch here, the Blackhawks. If everything goes well, we'll have great field position, trailing by 6 with just under 10 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. We have seen him fake one. I would not see that here, but punt
Ooh,
is off.
close.
It is up.
Fair
Gavin is going to call it for fair catch. Hauls it in
Fair catch by
about the 45-yard
Sell
line. So the Blackhawks
at his own 45
trailing by 6,
line,
take
it'll be
over
1st and 10 for the
from their own
Blackhawks.
45.
It's been quite a game so far there, Mr. Pack.
It's been very exciting, and it's like we expected going into it. It's going to be what we could very easily be 2 of the best teams in the conference. Both teams are 2-0 right now, looking to get up on the other. As we talked, a very, very tough conference. I mean, just because you're 2-0 does not mean you're going to be, or even 3-0 doesn't guarantee a playoff spot.
Right. 4 wins to get in, and right now the conference looks like there's going to be more than 4 teams deserving.
Viendal gets to the edge, picks up 4 or so on first down, so good yardage on first down. Good mix of that speed sweep, and it's really opening up that middle. We've seen Johansson bust the one off, or I believe it was a 30-yard touchdown or so, and
By Hush. Second
Cal
and
Smith,
7.
like I said, had about 100 yards or so, and Viendal's going to come in motion again. This time it's going to be Johansson up the middle. Going to find not quite midfield.
Calvin Kelsey, Easton Stone.
No gain there for Johansson. 3rd and about
Lucas
6
Sirik
for the
all in there
Blackhawks.
on the stop.
And do you think
Maybe a
after
yard
that
on the
last
play,
drive,
second,
like,
third
if
down
you
and
don't get it, you
6.
punt? There's still a ton of time
Miles
left.
You
Smith
punt.
to the
You absolutely
Blackhawks.
punt. If right now, if it's 4th and 6th, I'm saying my defense just stopped them because they had a long ways to go. Do not give them a short field, because a short field could end this game. But pick up the first down. Fake. Cal up the middle. Makes the first guy miss. He's going to make the second guy miss. He hit that B button or whatever it is on
Lucas
Madden.
Peters
And
with
or
the
I think it's
back
R2.
L1 or
L1,
L1,
something.
R1. I'm sure
10
Cal
yards.
knows. I'm sure the former
Involving
players that are
Whitwell as
cheering
the
on this
first down at
Blackhawk
the
team, they're all
40.
like, duh, it's this button.
Yeah.
It's been so long, but Cal Smith down to the 40. Hush, this time going to fake. Cal up the middle. Lowers the shoulder. Picks up about 3.
It's his 22nd
Cowley in
tote
there.
of the night.
And
They
we
stopped
talked
Smith
about that a lot
for 2
last year
yards
with
that
Mason
time.
too. And when
Gonna bring up
you're
a second and 8.
the leading ball carrier and you're the obviously the quarterback that's throwing a lot, Cal's also playing a lot of snaps on defense.
Right.
But he's tough. He's going to take it one more time. He's going to try and get the edge. Colin Fritz just laid a kid out.
Yeah.
Wow. And that was Orr. Those two have had it on the basketball court a few times.
As the lead blocker,
Colin
Colin
Fritz.
Fritz gets Smith another 8-10 yards.
Zach looks at
down
him
the
and said,
field.
I'll
It's
see you in a
gonna be
couple
1st
months.
and 10 at the 30.
But right now, it's 1st and 10.
I don't think that was Zach. I think that was number 7. No, yeah, it was number 7.
Oh, nice tackle there. That, of course, Easton
Nice tackle
Stone,
by Easton Stone.
leading tackler, able to bring on
To
Hush
knock
in the
Colton
backfield.
Hush down for a 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12 for the Blackhawks.
2nd and 12. Now they're I would say definitely more than likely in 4-down territory, and they might have gotten the 5 yards free back.
There it is.
So as many as the mental penalties have gone against the team in white, they're able to erase that negative play and make it basically it's like a 3-yard first down, which you take. So 2nd and 7 as we close in on 7 minutes to go here in Rice Lake. Battle of two heavyweights fighting it out. Hush, fake, Kyle Smith up the middle. Gonna get nowhere. Easton Stone's gonna spin him down about the 25. It's gonna be 3rd and about 5, and you got 2 plays to pick up 5 yards here.
There with Cal Smith.
Wouldn't be another bad idea to do the hard count. It's quick, Hush in motion. Nope, it's gonna be up the middle, and it's gonna be Haldorf, and the ball's loose. Ball's loose. Ball's loose. It's gonna Rice Lake ball.
Haldorf up the field, and a fumble.
Haldorf had the first down as he was spinning around. Ball came loose.
Haldorf had an opening up the middle. Lammers was in there. Maybe he punched it out, and the Warriors.
No, I believe it was.
Football.
I think it was Easton Stone that made the wrap-up tackle.
And that's going to be a 1st and 10. Rice
So
Lake.
we talked about at halftime the costly turnovers. Give 2 to the Blackhawks
in the second half.
But they are pinned deep. It is the 12-yard line. There's plenty of time left. You know what you're going to get a heavy dose of here, but that doesn't mean you cannot get fooled. It is Lucas Peters in the backfield. He is going to get it. Good gain on first down.
Lucas Peters.
You know, you're right now, if you're looking to get to 3-4
Followed
yards.
Hoyen, and Neindorf is blockers. Steele up the middle picks up 3 yards on the play. That's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Warriors.
Six minutes to go, halfway through in the 4th quarter. Kuntz going to give up the middle again. And pushing the pile up to about the 20-yard line.
The ball carrier in there.
Give him 3 to 4 more. It's going to be the 3rd and about 3.
Neindorf blocking in the middle. Another 3
and
yards, 4 yards.
on cue on a 3rd and 3. In comes Easton Stone.
Jeez.
So fresh legs on 3rd and 3 for your fullback. What's he got for yardage today?
Only 64. It feels like more.
Movement, but didn't cross the line of scrimmage from my angle anyway.
They're milking the clock here.
It is up the middle. He is pushing the pile, but I don't think he's going to have it. He's going to be short. He's going to just cross the 20. It's going to be about a 4th and 2.
Easton Stone.
Now, Rice Lake does have all 3 timelouts. I mean, to get out there, do you try and draw him off sides, use a timeout, do you save your timeout?
I think because it's such an obvious have to punt situation.
Coming into the ball game.
Save your timeout.
Yeah.
Punt it. I mean,
yeah.
Punt
I mean,
team into the
maybe
ball game now
if you have a special teams, if you have a shift in your punt where you know everyone kind of spreads out in a motion where you're trying to draw them off sides, you might use that here. And who's calling timeout? Rice Lake is usually going to use their first timeout with 4:35 to go.
Their first timeout of the half.
Coach Hill didn't like something and uses his first timeout. Again, Blackhawks have used 2. 4:35 to go.
Well, here's the thing there. Why call a timeout before
you have to?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, to me, there's a couple trains of thought here. One of them is, I want to keep my timeouts because we've seen this offense go down the field and score. And if they take the lead, I want to have 3 timeouts left offensively. The other train of thought is, we just have to get a stop here, but let's give them the smallest amount of time possible. Let's run the clock down and punt it with no time left on the play clock.
Well, and obviously, again, we don't know what he saw. Something. Same with prior on the defensive stop when we used one when we felt like ooh, hate to use one there. but I just didn't seem like you had to that quick, like you're saying. They weren't counting down for a delay game or anything like that. But if you don't call a timeout, something bad might happen. Obviously, that's.
Oh, they're coming on their offense. That's why.
That's why.
And they got
4th and 1. They got Easton Stone. We got a heavy dose of people in the middle. They're gonna QB sneak it.
They got it. Ballsy.
By the reaction of everyone out there, both blue and white, it looks like he does have it. And the chain gang has already moved.
And that's a.
Well,
the officials are going to look at it.
They're not very happy right now.
That spot is. Bring the sticks out. I mean, if you're gonna eyeball it like this. Get closer on the officials.
We have no angle, but I don't know what you're
1st and 10.
discussing that long.
Rice
He's gonna come over and be like, hey, you do not move until I tell you to move. And Coach Kiefer's being told to have his assistant coaches be quiet. I'll listen to your head coach and your head coach only. And Coach Kiefer's like, well, why is that chain game moving?
Right.
Being explained as to why. And
yeah, and I feel like if you want a measurement.
So after all is said and done, it will be a 1st down. Now the chain game moves.
So at the 22.5-yard line, it is a 1st and 10. Rice Lake.
So that's why he called timeout right away. It wasn't a formation like. He's like, hey, let's go win this game.
Yep. And that's a risky thing to do, but it shows that you have belief in your line and your backfield.
It does not make it a kneel down situation by any means, and with 4 minutes to go,
they're gonna clock this as much as possible.
Quarterback picks up about 2, maybe 3.
Coons just across the 25 to the 26.
Spot the ball, and
he's got 3 yards on the play. It's going to be a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7
for the Warriors.
It'll be about 3.5 to go when it's snapped here. 1 timeout remaining for Coach Kiefer and the Blackhawks. 1st down here will pretty much seal the deal. Again, quarterback will wait till the trail judge puts a hand up at 10 and start counting at 5. Up the middle, 3rd man through. That's going to be very close to the 1st down. Hate to say you're almost better off if we got the 1st down there.
He picks up 7 yards.
Does pick it up.
That's going to be a 1st and 10. Rice Lake.
So crossing the 30-yard line, it's going to be 1st and 10 for Rice Lake. A new set of downs.
Okay, but now you could still get the ball back.
Yes.
With the timeout and stops.
You never want to give up 1st down because a lot can happen, but giving up there on 2nd down as opposed to that short.
Right.
Now they run off 35 seconds more, whatever it is, with the play. Pick it up on 3rd and short, but get a hold of the ball, rip it out. It's possible. But the problem is they're pushing that line. That's the negative sign when you're at this point you're trying to rip the ball out. You know the halfback keeping their feet going and they're falling forward. Picks up 7.
2nd and 3 for the Warriors.
2nd and 3. We'll close in on 2 minutes before this one gets snapped. And a 1st down here will be put in a kneel down situation. Stone again on his knees saying, I'm hungry. Give me the ball, coach. Coons gives it to him. Stone's going to have the 1st down. Out to about midfield.
Easton State to the 49-yard line. He's tackled out there by Jackson Johansson. but not before
offensive line by Rice Lake
Hurston
has really
and Rice Lake.
put them on their back in the second half, or ever since basically end of the first quarter.
So do the math here. They're going to snap this one at about 1:35. We'll call a timeout. They can run 2 more plays. They'll have to snap it on 4th down.
Yeah, but again, I'd just be kneeling it down right now and making them.
Because that
you do not do that.
Oh, that's not a.
See, the problem with that is it does not get out of bounds.
Cal Smith with the tackle.
Second and short, it's going to be.
Ball
They're close
carriers
inside
up
a minute.
to the 42 of
The
Baldwin.
nice part about that is it does
Second
take up a lot of
and 2
time, but I mean, I
for
just
Rice Lake.
we saw it earlier where that ball went on the ground, and anytime you're on the sideline, you take the possibility of going out of bounds.
Are you surprised there wasn't a timeout called after that play?
It doesn't matter when you call it, the first down or second down. I mean, you got one left and up the middle. Going in ball, using it now. Stone's going to first down. With that, Rice Lake's going to find themselves alone at the top of the middle border. They will find themselves 3-0 in the conference. I believe they end up at Rice with Ellsworth next week.
Baldwin is going to take their last timeout.
Blackhawks will
And the Warriors will
looking
have
ahead, they'll find themselves back at
Baldwin
home next
40-yard
week against
line.
Osceola, I believe.
I think that's right, yeah.
Osceola is squaring off with Amory tonight. Have you seen any finals from other 2 games before we end up signing off over here, or no?
I have not seen anything. For those of you that may be just joining us, it is 34-28 with 39.6 seconds left. What you see is an old man's head. That's in our vision.
I can't see a time left, but it is 30-22. Somerset leading Ellsworth. So again, we had Somerset 2 weeks ago in a well contested game,
And it looks like Ellsworth is going in too. Like they're at the 30 going in.
so if you're looking to tune into a game lately, maybe Somerset Ellsworth might be a quick watch, as we gonna have to take one more snap here, and Rice Lake is gonna take a kneel down, and it's gonna end up being a 34-28 victory. And I mean, there's a lot of places you can look and a lot of things that ifs, could-haves, and should-haves, but ultimately, two good teams that.
Do they not have to snap? We're going to get a procedural penalty here?
Well, maybe not. I thought they put it down before 25, but it doesn't matter. And there it is. Blackhawks suffer their first loss in 2023. And again, we'll find ourselves back at King Field next week, trying to right the ship.
A heck of an effort by the
well-played game by 2 good teams.
Woodville Blackhawks. But the Rice Lake
Absolutely.
Warriors fortunately prevailing here tonight.
Congratulations, Rice Lake. And again, find themselves 3-0, and again, it's a tough conference. If you're Blackhawk fans, it does not mean that the conference is out of sight.
We would
tough
like
hill to battle.
to invite all the Warrior fans to get down to Ellsworth
Fix what you need
next
to fix and get at it next week.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us tonight here from Rice Lake.
29th, everyone's got
For
to
Nick
come
Pack
back here
and Zach
to
Ambrose,
Buckland
I'm
Field
Jeremy
as
Nygaard.
we have homecoming.
Have a wonderful
we
weekend.
play
Stay safe,
host to
everyone, and we will
Somerset
see
on the
you
29th.
next week. So long.